So Kenton is the son of Jill Archer, and Kenton and his wife Jolene run the pub in Ambridge, which is called the Bull. It was briefly renamed the Bee at Ambridge in about 2021, or maybe 2019 actually. And I think last year, basically, in the car park at the Bull, there was some sort of dogfighting ring thing going on, and Kenton went to break up the dogfight, but in the or something, and he saw it happening, told him to stop, and then Kenton gets attacked by, or someone sets their dog on Kenton, a guy called Marky, who's like a local baden, basically. And so that was about a year ago, and Kenton's been having PTSD about the whole thing ever since. And he recently, they're like the police investigation have got their shit together, and they've started actually, taking steps to do stuff. And Kenton was asked if he could go and identify the person who had set the dogs on him, who wasn't Marky but was one of his accomplices, but Marky is ultimately responsible for this. He's the person who runs the ring. So he worries about this and talks to the local policeman, a guy called Harrison Burns, who happens to be married to Jolene's daughter Fallon, who is not Kenton's son. Jolene had Fallon by the now ex-chef at the Bull, a guy called Wayne, who's never spoken in the Archers, but he's always been there in the background. Anyway, he like basically abandoned his post and went to the Caribbean to play the band, to play in some band he'd been in years ago, because that's how he met Jolene, was in playing music, and Jolene used to be a country singer out in the States, and now she's back. There's all sorts. Anyway, so Harrison spoke to Kenton and said, you'll be all right. You'll never get any backlash from this. And, I know it's scary, but, you'll have to face the guy and you can ID him, and then it'll all be over. So he does this, but then what happens is things start happening around the Bull. So, like, some kids do like a drive-by, like smash some windows, and then someone sets the pub sign on fire, and someone breaks into the pub. And then one of the things is someone, they find the cat in the pub, who is called Tortoise. They named Tortoise in a raffle, put your name in the hat and we'll pull it out, and we'll name the pub cat after whatever we pull out of the hat. But in fact, it was rigged, because they pulled a name out they didn't like, and then they were just like, well, let's just call it Tortoise. So the pub cat Tortoise they found in a bad way, like throwing up and just like lying on the floor. And they realised that it was sick, and and then they found a pack of ADHD meds nearby. They didn't say whether it was dexamphetamine or methylphenidate, but you can extrapolate. And so they got the vet, and they got the Tortoise is okay. But then, so at this point in the story, I was outraged, because I was like, ADHD meds are a controlled drug in the UK. So if anyone has got them, the blister pack that they found will have a batch number, and they will know where that batch number came from, and they could trace it back at least to the pharmacy that it came from. But no, they didn't do that in the story. So that was the least realistic thing that happened in the Archers. But so the cat got better, but they didn't use the ADHD med stuff. But eventually what happened was they asked George Grundy, who is currently in prison because he sort of caused a car accident last year by trying to drive his alcoholic aunt, Alice Carter, back home when he found her having passed out in a lay-by. And so he was driving the car. He'd had one beer at a party, so he was still able to drive. But he was driving along, and then she was trying to get out of the car, and he tried to stop her. And this was as they were going over a bridge, and it caused a crash. It meant that people flew over into the Am, the River Am, that Am Bridge is named after. And so what George did, Alice was just passed out in the car, so George got out, he dove in the river, saved all the people, including Fallon, the daughter of Jolene, who is Kenton's wife, and took them out. But then when he got back in the car, he moved Alice into the driver's seat. And so everyone thought he was a hero for like 6 months, whereas the listeners knew that he'd been a shit. And then eventually he broke down and told his mum and his dad. His mum is married to his dad's brother. It's not like that. And so he told his dad, but didn't tell his adopted dad, his dad's brother. And so his dad's brother didn't know anything about this. And they kept it secret for a few weeks because they were trying to convince him to do the right thing and hand himself in and admit that Alice hadn't been anything to do with it. But he didn't until eventually his mum broke down to his grandparents, Neil and Susan. And Neil and Susan were like, well, we've got to fucking get him to, we're calling the police. We don't care. We can see how you've been trying to get him to do the right thing. But what ends up happening is George goes to jail because even though he did rescue people and he was not really responsible for the crash, it was reckless driving. He was perverting the course of justice, and he gets a year in prison. Anyway, he's in prison, and he realizes that there are people in there who know Marky, the Baden from the village, and Marky, and so he says, I could try and help out with this Marky situation because I think there are people in here who want to do one over on Marky, who, would be willing to help. So I can ask them to help for you. And so there's a lot of back and forth, and then Emma gets very upset. Emma's George's mum, and gets very upset and says, "Oh, you shouldn't have asked him to do that." Anyway, he does it, and they get a tip. The police get a tip off from this guy, somehow anonymous thing. Marky gets taken in, and I think he's on the run now, maybe, but he's basically done for. He's not part of the story anymore for now. But when George's just, his sentence is nearly up, and so, well, it is up now, but it was nearly up at the time. And then when he was about to leave, they did a routine check of his cell, and they found an improvised shiv, which he obviously didn't make. So he was like, oh fuck, I've been framed for trying to stitch up Marky. I thought I was going to get away with this. And so so Kenton and Jolene feel like they owe George a big favour, really. But so this is where it gets really exciting, or rather really gripping. So what happens is George comes out of prison. In the meantime, he's got a new girlfriend, fiance actually, who met him, who he went to school with. They didn't really know each other, and then but she finds out he gets to prison, and she's like one of these loverbird, jail people who absolutely loves him, thinks he didn't do anything wrong, and it's not Kenji, it's Kenton. Anyway, so he's come out of prison, right? And he's trying to reintegrate, but he's not really sorry about what he did. He just sort of was like, "Oh, I've done my time, whatever." And he's like, he tried to ruin Alice's life, who is his aunt, and so but he doesn't really seem to get that people might not like him anymore. So, but he tries to go to the Bull a few times. He even asks for a job at the Bull. Because he's like, I can't really get a job anywhere else because I've got a criminal record, and I can't drive because I got my driver's license revoked because of the association with my crime, and so he asked for a job at the Bull, and Jolene is like, okay, well, I'm going to have to ask the staff. I don't really want it, but I owe you a favour, so I'll ask the staff whether they'll be okay with you getting a job here. So she goes to the staff, and obviously Fallon is now the chef at the Bull, now that Wayne, her dad, is off playing musical instruments in the Caribbean. And she obviously is like, I want to forgive him, because I'm a forgiving person, but I don't know if I'll be able to get over it. Joy, who is a local Geordie, and not local, she's a Geordie, but she's now local and basically like one of the only sensible people in the village, is like, I wouldn't. She was also one of the people in the crash who got rescued. She said, I do forgive him because she's, a nice person. But she says my partner Mick, who is a security guard who works at Grey Gables, which is the big hotel in the village, would distress him. So then Tracy, who also works in the pub, who is Susan, George's grandmother's sister, says that he's a wrong 'un and they shouldn't let him do it. So anyway, they say they're not going to do it. Then Lillian Bellamy, who is the co-owner of the Bull and Kenton's aunt, says, finds out that they were even considering it and blows up, like absolutely goes off on one. Just like, so Lillian is Alice's aunt as well. I hope there will be a quiz. Lillian is Alice's aunt as well, and cannot forgive George for doing it, for doing this. Like, can't even stand the sight of him. So not only does she say there's no fucking way he's getting a job, she says he's not getting a job. I'm considering pulling out my stake in the pub just because you've asked. And then she says, but the only thing that's, if you bar George from the Bull, I won't pull out my stake. So Jolene doesn't have a choice. Jolene, who is Kenton's wife, because Kenton was away with his twin sister Shula, who is training to be a vicar in Newcastle, I think. Anyway, but Jolene was in charge for this week. So that's sort of where we are. I haven't listened to the last week of Archers, but yeah, he saved some people from the river. But he did sort of. Well, Alice really caused the crash. This is the problem. It's complicated. There's lots of nuance here, that is being dismissed. He did save like 5 or 6 people's lives, and he panicked when he got back in the car. He's like, "Fuck, I can't be the person who caused this crash. That's like it wasn't really my fault. Alice should be the one responsible." But she then Alice was going through a spiral because she's an alcoholic, and she was like, "I can't believe I would have driven drunk," and she just didn't get it, and then. So that's the Archers. Happy Thursday, everyone. You'll notice I've reclined. You'll notice I'm in a somewhat more reclined position than usual. I've stolen my wife's office chair because I fancied leaning back a bit. Is this what the Warframe lore is like? Yeah. See, you're all getting it. A high back leather chair with a whiskey. This could be a whiskey, in a way. Yeah. So today is a day for reclining, playing some Foolish Mortals. I probably won't take any song. I won't address any song requests or anything today. But I will just be playing, and I freely admit I was very, very drunk. Yes, of course. Decadent Space, yes. Right, so yeah, what I just fancied, I'm unexpectedly free this afternoon. Oh, the fast show. Oh, yes. I was very, very drunk. Speaking of fast show and comedy sketch shows, I watched a bit of the new Mitchell and Webb show. Mitchell and Webb are not helping. The other day, and episode 3 I watched. I haven't watched the first 2 episodes because I was, but whatever you say, beautiful. Fair. So where was I? 6 of 1, half a dozen. Oh yeah, the Mitchell and Webb are not helping. It's just excellent. I thoroughly recommend watching it to anyone. It's not like they're just falling back into stupid sketch stuff that they did 20 years ago, but they've kept the essence and made it and modernized it in a way that feels great. Yes. So, for those curious as to why I might be ranting about the Archers, it's because Hayne will not mind me mentioning that their cat managed to get into their ADHD meds, although we don't think that he managed to eat any. But that was what that prompted that whole story. So, without further ado, how have I managed to fucking get? Oh no, it's 20 minutes. 20-minute rant. No, that's easy. Let's boot up some Foolish Mortals again, because I want more swamp jazz. Always more swamp jazz. What am I doing? Oh no, that's my auditions. True, 26 minutes of shitpost is a lot. Am I feeling well? I'm tired, but yeah, generally good. Bye, Joda. Thank you for dropping in and listening to my explanation of the longest running radio soap opera in history. I need to open Steam. Steam's already open. You have chosen Foolish Mortals. Why is there no volume? Is there volume? Have you got volume? My volume is very low. Come on. Speakers. Wakey, wakey. No, it's coffee. It's covfefe. There we go. My speakers have woken up. But I'm going to pull that down a bit because I know that it gets loud. It's very light roast. From James Gourmet Coffee in Monmouthshire. Right. Streaming. Transition. You can see the game now. Yes, you wouldn't know. I don't really need to do anything this evening, but I'll probably, once I finish with this, I'll probably play some Warframe. Yes, I think I was slightly delirious tired yesterday, and I'm sort of the same today. But this is why I'm here. I fancied playing some Foolish Mortals, and I thought it irresponsible not to include you lovely people in that, because it's and also apparently we're just about to get to one of my characters, and I can't just smell my own farts in private. That would be weird. Also, if we finish late enough, does anyone know what raiding is on Twitch? Because I think Jack Ayres and Tobias Weatherburn and Shogo are doing a stream later, and actually no, that's going to be fucking ages. I think I can tell people to do it, but no, it will be too late. I think they're not starting until 3 p.m. CST. That's like... Oh, fuck, that's 8 o'clock. Well, we'll never know. We'll have to see. Continue. Yeah, yes, I thought it might be, but I didn't know how it functioned. So, yes. We don't have a catchphrase for Thursday, because we've never done this before. Reap chaos. Anyone got ideas for a Thursday? True, but what can I say? Is it just... Do I just... Thursday? Is it just... It's a bit...
It's a bit salad fingers. Hello, everyone. It's salad fingers. It's Thursday.
Right. Where?
I like rusty spoons.
Right. Today is a day of rehydration. To those who have thirsted before us, we salute you. May their thirst be quenched. Oh, I can tilt the screen down a little bit actually, because now I'm in a reclined position. Oh, it's a scary maid.
Who wanders to this ghostly trick? The prey that prays it will be quick. Do not blame that final try.
That's still
for
quite
once
loud, isn't
he's
it?
in, he's sure to die.
Another ghost? Oh, this can't be good.
Welcome back to
How's the
Belmore
volume?
Manor, Mr. McCallan. My name is Cordelia Lockett. I do hope I haven't scared you.
To be honest, I've had my fill of ghosts for today. Perhaps I should be running along.
I'm afraid you'll need
Excellent.
to come with me. There is someone you need to meet.
Who?
Miss Belmore.
You know, I don't think that would be such a great idea. We met twice already this evening, and I don't think she's taken much of a liking to me. What with
By the way,
throwing me
I
off
told
the
Rhiannon how
balcony,
we
pulling me
felt
through
about her
spirit
characters.
pool. Attempt to kill me once?
there are a
Shame
couple
on
more,
you.
I think.
Attempt to kill me twice? Shame on me, you know? I'll just go. It'll be like I was never here.
And she was very
It's
appreciative
too
of our
late for
appreciation.
that, Mr. McCallan. I really must insist.
What have I gotten
Who is
myself
this? Is this Marilena?
Miss
Is
Belmore,
Marilena in this?
Mr. McCallan is here to see you.
I don't see anyone.
Is Marilena in this game? I think she is. Yes, it does look exactly like it's.
I'm terribly sorry,
hello.
Miss Belmore.
I didn't
wasn't
realize
trying
you were
to
with us
steal
again,
from you. I didn't
Francesco.
know anybody was still here. And then I've
Oh,
gotten
and
deeper
Sophie.
into things than I
Marvelous.
expected. And Miss Belmore, why isn't she saying anything? Why is she crying?
This is all terribly exciting, isn't it?
She does
I'm
creepy very
afraid
well.
There's much more to this than you realise, Mr. McCallan.
Can she even hear me?
I don't think so, but keep trying to talk to her anyway.
What happened to her?
I can tell you all that I know, if you're brave enough to hear it.
I hope I am.
No, they're here on an unofficial day. On an unofficial day, so you can behave how you
I was
like.
there
I'm
on
not
that
responsible.
night, all those years ago. And it wasn't Miss Belmore who was to blame.
Ah.
The morning of the wedding, Mr. Rackham left a gift on Miss Belmore's dresser. A small leather pouch with strange beads.
It's the
and
Gree-Gree.
strange markings. I shouldn't have been looking, but I saw her open it.
And the spell was cast. Because you open it and that's how.
Everyone
Ah!
heard the rumours about Mr. Rackham, but I saw it with my own eyes.
Rackham must
Miss
be the
Belmore
fucking green
panicked.
bastard.
She threw the pouch into her music box, slammed down the lid to lock
It's
it,
very pretty.
and threw the brooch.
It's
into
exactly the right
fireplace.
shade of green as well. I don't know what that is.
But it was too late.
But it's-
She was losing herself.
That it is
I could
it's
see
just
it
the
in
right
her
green.
eyes. Minutes later, she asked
Spooky
me to bring
green.
her fiancé to her room. It's
Does-
bad
does Pharaoh
luck
and
to
Bull
see
do
the
spooky
groom
green?
before the ceremony. She told him she didn't love him.
Maybe
But I
Dulux.
don't think it was her speaking. He begged, he pleaded, his heart broke
Oh, the
in two.
poor man. The poor sailor man.
He was devastated.
Hang on.
I saw
I think I
him
recognise
head up
that
the
hair.
staircase to the balcony overlooking the garden. But oh dear, I didn't know what he was going to do.
Smoke green. Oh dear.
That evening, her wedding to that evil Mr. Rackham began, but it didn't go the way he had planned. Just before Miss Belmore's lips formed the words, "I do," I could see the forces battling inside her. The real love within her resisting the forged
Yes.
compulsion of Mr. Rackham's curse.
With the power of friendship.
Staring into eyes that were not those of her true love. And that battle of good and evil exploded.
Fucking hell.
Just like that, everyone in the house was gone.
It's generally what happens when my love
Trapping
explodes.
us as ghosts to remain here forever. For more than 30 years she's been like this, her mind trapped in an eternal battle between the true love in her heart and the evil magic trying to control her. More than 30 years of never-ending heartbreak. And while Miss Belmore is trapped in torment, do you realise what you've done? You've summoned all the ghosts in the house, including Mr. Rackham, that manipulator,
bastard.
that occultist, that devil, the cause of Miss Belmore's suffering. He's once again free to pursue his
Oopsie.
evil deeds because you released him.
If she's under a spell, how was she able to attempt to kill me twice?
If Abigail is under a spell, how is she able to attempt to kill me twice?
Ah, Fuchsia.
Well,
Welcome.
it's never happened before. Maybe
I
she's
happen to have a free
losing the
afternoon, and
fight
I'm
against
engrossed.
Mr. Rackham's curse, and the evil inside her
foolish
is
mortal
growing more powerful. Oh dear, it's almost too terrible to think about.
Foolish mortaldom?
Isn't it?
Foolish mortalmosity. Mortalosity, there we go. What does he
Why
want?
is
Well, he wants the
Rackham
money,
doing all
clearly.
this? What does he want?
He's after the same thing you are, the Belmore treasure. But he's willing to do a lot more to get it. And he doesn't care who gets hurt in the process. I'd say he's a lot more committed than you are.
I have to do something. How can we stop him?
I'm afraid I don't rightly know. But Miss Belmore might.
How do I get her to talk?
She managed to break out of the spell once, just at the moment of the explosion, when
Oh
Mr.
God,
Rackham
71%
tried
to
to
shitpost stream.
carry out the wedding. Perhaps if you take her back to that moment, she might be able to break out of it again. To do that, you'll need to create a love antidote to Mr. Rackham's
love antidote?
curse.
How can I create a love antidote?
Oh, we're going to need to
Look
put...
in the
We're going to
mirror.
shove stuff in the
In
gree-gree
this
again.
reflection, she's as happy as she was on the morning of her wedding. And look, there in front of
The
her,
ring.
4 wedding
Ooh.
mementos and the echoed music
Oh,
of
no.
the wedding march. Each one a touchstone of that final happy time. If you could gather those
Interesting.
5 things, perhaps we might bring
Flowers
her
from the
back to the
garden.
moment she escaped the spell, even if just for a moment. There's something else you should know. Mrs. Craddock, the housekeeper, has announced that all wedding preparations are to resume upon the orders of Mr. Rackham. He plans to repeat the wedding tonight. You
Oh,
don't have
balls.
long.
But what if I break her out of the spell and she is evil now?
I think you'll just have to take that risk.
Maybe I should go. Try to find someone who knows more about this.
Oh, don't you know? You're just as trapped within this house
Oh,
as any
shit.
of us ghosts. Try the windows, try the doors. We all have 1,000 times. But it's no use. If you want to escape, she's your only hope.
That
Can
can't
I
be
not just
true.
walk through that
I haven't
broken
died.
balcony?
I can't be trapped here forever like you.
In moonlight's glow, a spectral cell, and whispers of an eerie spell. No one hears his silent shout, for once he's in, he can't get out.
Well, there's a service bell there. Didn't notice that before.
No amount of force or technique or desperate longing would open the door.
Marilyn is great.
I was right.
She
I
does one
was
of the
trapped.
voices for... Is it Raid?
And as I looked around at the house that held
She does all the
me,
adverts, I think,
I
for
felt
Raid
both
Shadow
dead
Legends.
and
Or
alive
did
at
for a
the
while.
same time.
Not the...
Both awake and in a dream. Or a nightmare.
This stream is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Oh god, ghosty woasties.
The only
Well,
way I
there's
could
also
possibly free myself was to gather the 5
trained
items to
opera
awaken
singer?
the Ghost Bride. Perhaps
Think,
giving her
well, she
a third
has
and
a
final
singing background as well.
opportunity to kill me.
I keep saying it, all the best voice actors have some singing background because it teaches you what you need to know for acting voice. What's in here?
Hold it right there. The dance is about to begin.
Oh god,
I shall deal with you afterwards.
she seems very stern. Joyette Promenade Carousel. Eh?
The skill, the movement, the passion. It certainly gets the blood pumping. Now then, do you have an invitation?
An invitation?
To
No.
the waltz. This
No, I do
celebration is
not.
only for wedding guests. We have all manner of
fuck.
help running around the house who certainly aren't invited to the festivities. Imagine the smell. If you want to come in, you'll need to retrieve it. Rules are rules, and it's my job to enforce them.
Hold it right
am
there.
Mrs. Elaine Craddock, housekeeper of Belmore Manor. Who are you, anyway?
Murphy McCallan. I'm just a visitor.
Not all. You don't have to
Evidently.
be a singer to be a good voice actor, but it's a good. I think it's just a good kickstart.
Stop right there.
Oh no, can't get past her. Can't sneak past matron. Right. What's in here?
You, boy, are you one of the staff? Is the wedding ready to begin?
Ready to begin?
Ah.
Goodness gracious, but I haven't found my Bible.
Sorry, I'm just a guest too. I don't think the wedding's happening until later
Here we
tonight.
go.
Or not at all, if everything went to plan.
Just enough time for another drink, then.
This is the first. The first we have met.
Good evening.
Good evening, my boy. I'm afraid you'll have to speak up. Old army injury, you see. Care to join me for a drink?
Colonel Bloom, how many times must I warn you about your predilection for hard drinking?
It's not hard drinking. It's very easy. What do you say, my boy? You care for a nip?
I probably shouldn't. I'm a little preoccupied at the moment.
Well, don't go saving it for the toast. You'll be waiting decades.
See, this is what I was talking about. This is the kind of ungracious, ungentlemanly behavior that will spell your doom, Colonel.
Stop trying to threaten me with eternal damnation, Foskett. If it was going to happen, it would have happened by now. I'm pretty sure I'm dead at this moment, and I don't see any evidence of women playing harps. Just you harping on at me.
Oh, hang on. I blocked the bottom bit of my screen there. Yeah. What would you about? Just moving things around. Bit of housekeeping.
Did you see much action in the army?
I killed 4 men.
From food poisoning, Colonel Bloom's title is an honorary one for services to catering.
The Cattle King's what they called me. I own farms from New Orleans to
You ship
Tallahassee.
them. Absolutely.
Leather, dairy. It was a roaring trade.
Or at least a mooing one.
Those cows, they were my army. I tell you, everything a man needs can be provided by a good troop of cows.
Herd of cows.
Of course I've heard of cows. I was just talking about them.
Oh, that's too silly. What are you drinking,
What are
Colonel?
you drinking, Colonel?
Good hearty rum. It'll put fire on your chest and hair in your belly. Ooh-wee.
And perhaps it is time to consider whether you have drunk too much of it, Colonel. Or perhaps
it's
give it
so
up
silly.
altogether.
I could easily give up alcohol. I've already done it hundreds of times.
I think you'll find the time between one glass and the next does not count as teetotalism. Perhaps we should be grateful to the Lord that your glass remains empty.
Are you looking forward to the wedding?
I'm looking forward to it being over. In my opinion, being stood up at the altar for 33 years is a pretty bad sign. Not what strong relationships are made of.
And you should know, Colonel. You've only had hundreds of them.
Do you think the bride and groom should be together?
That Rackham's a slimy character, and no mistake. Oh, by God, he's a good businessman. Trickier than a magician's rabbit that's gotten stuck on a particularly difficult crossword puzzle. All that don't amount to a hill of beans if you're not enjoying life. I don't know whether to hate the guy or envy him.
Both are
Thank you, Riley.
sins, I think you'll find, Colonel.
And not even the best ones. Do you know what's wrong with society nowadays, Murphy? Drink, guns, and women. There's just not enough
I believe it's a small
time
pile of
for them
beans.
all.
Or a big pile of beans. Have you ever married, Colonel?
Have you ever married, Colonel?
Oh, yes. I've been married for 47 years.
Yes, but to 9 different women.
It still counts.
His shortest marriage was 2 days, and that's only because they couldn't find him to serve the annulment papers.
I ended up in a bordello in East Nevada with half the members of the Albuquerque Militia Marching Band. Best honeymoon I've been on. Some lovely girls.
Lord forgive him, for he knows not what he does.
That's not what the girls were telling me.
I'm glad that it feels like a while we recorded this, and I vaguely remember some of them, but I'd forgotten the bit about the Albuquerque militia band.
Do excuse me. I'll be back.
At your leisure, my boy. I have nowhere to go and nothing to do.
Idle hands are the devil's playthings.
Try idling your mouth for a change, you old curmudgeon.
My boy. Oh, my boy. Right, where are the hot spots? Various taxidermy.
After my escapades with the fish and its hidden horseshoe, I had had quite enough of taxidermied animals.
That's fair. We'll take this vase.
I picked up the
Put
vase.
it in our trousers.
On the delicate porcelain and hand-painted ornamentation, it looked like it must have been worth a fortune. Ming Dynasty, perhaps?
Fosket, why is that young man picking up that chamber pot?
I have absolutely no idea.
Or perhaps not.
I was just thinking to myself, oh, maybe we could sell it. No.
I'd previously seen small pots hung in fireplaces like this contained water in order to humidify the room, especially when tobacco was being smoked. In this case, however, the pot was empty. The empty glass was best left where it was.
Can I talk to the
Good
vicar?
evening.
Hello, my child.
Oh, don't get him going again.
And
Oh,
what is your
excellent. I
name?
will do that in a minute.
Murphy McCallan.
Hello, Murphy. I am Father Fosket, spiritual shepherd of St. Juniper's Parish. Have you seen the good book?
I'm not the most religious person, but I have read parts.
No, I mean that rather more literally. I've lost my Bible and have no idea where I put it. Have you seen it?
I haven't, I'm afraid.
Pity.
Are you here
Why
for the
you-
wedding?
I am officiating the wedding. With everything that's gone on in the house, we must thank God we have someone like me to keep us on a righteous path.
I've been told that Abigail Belmore doesn't really want to marry Rackham. You need to call the wedding off.
We shall stick to the system, young Mr. McCallan. Objections should be heard during the ceremony, not before, when all parties may articulate their feelings on the matter. These
Well.
things are greater than you and I, you know. Until then, we must treat the wedding as the joyous occasion it is.
Is St. Juniper's your church?
That's right, young man. A beacon of godliness on an otherwise spiritually desolate isle.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I think St. Juniper has been taken over by rum runners.
Criminals? In
If
my
only it had been
church?
gin runners.
Good God! They must be removed immediately.
Let's not be too hasty. They sound like my type of gentleman. That's the type of church I can see myself attending.
I could do with less of your opinions, thank you. Many things can be preserved in alcohol, Colonel. Dignity is not one of them.
What do you think of Abigail Belmore?
A little headstrong, in my opinion, but a lovely young lady. I baptized her, you know. She grabbed my nose as I held her over the font, right up the left nostril. Wouldn't let go until her brothers distracted her with a teddy bear. Still, she's a very caring girl.
Just not two ecclesiastical noses. Have you two gentlemen known each other long?
Gentleman's a stretch.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Foskett.
But yes, we've known each other since we were teenagers. We used to be roommates in college. But while I focused on my studies, the Colonel here focused on extracurriculars. I made it my duty to keep him on the straight and narrow path.
And thankfully, you haven't done a very good job of it.
I'm not the most well-read on religion, but shouldn't you be in heaven now?
Gold standard question, my boy.
Well, I'll admit this isn't what I expected.
Perhaps the good book has some missing passages.
I think we can do
Stupid.
without your theological
My boy.
input, Colonel.
Is there a way to fix it?
Well, that's precisely what I'm doing, young man, as we speak.
It looks like you're just sitting in an armchair.
I won't
You
ask
don't
which one
see
is
the
which.
metaphorical cogs whirring around in my head. The tick and the tock of the thanatological matters in my mind. To the layman, I might appear to be just sitting
Thanatological
in an
matters.
armchair,
Excellent.
but in reality, I am studying the Bible. Or at least I would be, if I hadn't lost it.
You've lost it, all right.
Do you think it might be voodoo keeping you here?
Voodoo is nothing but mumbo-jumbo misdirection.
Switches, both.
I fear we may be in limbo. Some devilish force has interrupted the supernatural order of things.
I think Rackham might be practicing black magic.
That is an extraordinary accusation. I refuse to hear another word of it. He is a God-fearing man who always attends the sailor services, and he has donated generously to the church and my vacation fund. The culprit here is that awful sailor Abigail was going to marry. It
The
is
poor
precisely
sailor.
because Miss Belmore's marriage to Mr. John Rackham was interrupted that we are still here. And why we must continue the wedding as planned tonight. It shall be our way out.
I best be heading off.
God
Can we
be
take his
with
ear
you.
trumpet? What do you say? Show him the chamber pot.
Why was this chamber pot on the sideboard?
I might have had just a few too many drinks before we all disappeared. Now, Mrs. Craddock kindly left that there in case I should feel the need to throw up.
Did you?
Oh, so many times. Now, thankfully, the hangover hasn't lasted 30 years.
30-year hangover. That's in the Grand Hall. I presume. Does that go into the ballroom?
Stepping through the doorway, I
No.
found myself in an ethereal black void that stretched in every direction. Draped in green fog, all
Oh,
I could
God.
see were staircases floating in all directions, and in the center, an eternally ticking clock.
Nope.
Is that little whippersnapper playing on the staircases again?
No, it's not him this time. But how that wayward whelp's mother allows him to run riot through that cursed room baffles me. When it comes to Sebastian Pock, I think King Herod might have had a point.
Fucking hell. Okay, let's go through this archway. Ah,
I couldn't reach the skeleton from inside the house.
still don't know what's in his hand. Oh, is it the ring? The ring's in his hand, so we'll have to... At some stage, we'll have to get out that door. So we need to find a Bible. Is there anything else in here? No. The fireplace, though.
Without a flue, the fireplace seemed entirely decorative, and yet, standing in front of it, I could feel a breeze.
Thank you, Lily. What has 4 legs and ticks? Bacon and eggs? A dog? Ah, a pianist.
Good evening. My name is Murphy McCallan.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. Ezra Hughes is the name. Pianist for hire is the game. Got any events coming up that you can use a pianist at? I do weddings, christenings, bar mitzvahs, funerals.
You're still hustling for work? Isn't being a ghost an impediment?
Hey, when you're self-employed, you've got to keep that next paycheck coming in.
But you're
Preach.
trapped in the house.
Well, I admit I'm not normally based here, but Belmore Manor makes a lovely venue.
Oh, yes, I need wedding music. Oh,
Do you know where I
Rhiannon,
could get some wedding
endless
music?
source
I'll
of
take a request.
incredible talent.
It's part of my contract for the wedding. What are you after?
I need some wedding music to play to Abigail Belmore, upstairs in her bedroom.
I might be able to move people with my music, Murphy, but there's no chance I can move this piano up to the 2nd floor.
How's the gig?
It's the gig of
What's
a
this
lifetime.
funny device here?
Quite literally. I just didn't realize how short that lifetime would be. Still, I should be making out like a bandit at the end of it.
Why's that?
My contract says I charge overtime at time and a half. So far, we're 30-something years past my original end time.
Ooh,
Is there much to spend your money on when you're dead?
They say you can't take it with you.
gonna be rolling in it.
But I don't seem to be going anywhere at the moment, so why not find out?
You don't seem to have much of an audience.
Most have gone through to the ballroom for the waltz. Still, at least it means I don't have the Southern Belle from hell hovering over me.
Who's that?
You'll know when you see her.
Are you local to Devil's Rock?
The Southern Belle
New
from
Orleans,
hell.
born and bred. Hard to grow up in the Big Easy and not fall in love with this music. Street performers in the French Quarter, brass bands on the balconies, parades at
I would
Mardi
like to go
Gras.
to New Orleans one
It's
day.
in the air down there.
So what brought you here?
Work. Figured I'd play a few gigs, make some cash.
Southern
Next thing I
Belle
know,
from
I'm
Belle
caught
from
up in
hell.
more drama than a Gilbert and Sullivan operetta.
Where did you find musical work here on Devil's Rock?
I got a full season contract down at the Calliope Theater. It was pure luck, really. The original pianist broke his arm.
How?
Before the renovation, that place was falling apart. 14 people in the audience watched as the stage gave out right in the middle of Claire de Lune.
Oh,
Pianist
shit.
and piano falling straight to the floor into the basement.
Oh, excellent.
Ouch.
Physically, he was fine.
We shall have to
Emotionally,
find the Southern Belle from hell.
devastated for months.
I believe
like
that
he went
comes
through
with
a
our
bad
first set of
stage.
twins as well. Oh yes, Yardley
Yardley
Belmore.
Belmore was a performer too, wasn't he?
And more. Writer, director, producer, philanthropist. He's the one that bought the Calliope, fixed her up, and hired me. Once he came on board, that place got put on real shows.
Real shows?
Yeah, before Yardley put up the funds, they were so broke they had to rely on sponsorships. The final year, Bon Tom Bakery funded everything, with conditions.
Conditions?
The shows had to be on brand. Before Yardley put a stop to it, we were looking at 3 Shakespeare plays that season. Romeo and Baguette, A Midsummer Night's Cream Cake, and Much Ado About Muffins.
Do you know what happened to Yardley Belmore?
I haven't a clue. But you know what? I think I was one of the final people to see him alive.
Oh, really?
He came down to the Calliope to offer me this gig for the wedding, and I overheard him talking to someone
Baguette.
backstage after I had finished rehearsing.
What were they talking about?
Well, after Yardley scrapped the baked goods from Romeo and Juliet,
Et la
he was
musique
after
danse
ideas
dans
to
la
bring something new to
discothèque.
the story. This fella was telling him about a place he'd found, an actual crypt. Such a missed opportunity, really. Can you imagine?
Crypt?
Romeo and Juliet's tragic finale.
Below
Played
the
out in a
theatre.
Capulet tomb? The star-crossed
Oh,
lovers
no, that
find
must
their
be in the-
doomed
that's the one
moments
in the
a
thing, in
real-life,
the graveyard.
honest-to-God crypt. The last thing I heard was them setting a date to check it out. And then, well, after that, no one ever saw him again.
Do you know who the man he was talking to was?
Rackham, I think you call him. Don't know where his interest in the theater came from all of a sudden. I've never seen him in any performances.
I should
So
get
we know
going.
that he was somewhere,
See
something to do
you
with the
around,
crypt.
Murphy.
Okie doke. Hello, Zig Graves. Thank you for joining. We are just at the start of the ghosty section. We can't go up. Oh, can we go up there? Oh, actually, we'll meet. If we go in here, I believe this is number 2.
The macabre warning was definitely serving a purpose where it was. I decided to leave it there.
Oh my, how nice to see a visitor to my garden. Watch out for that vine down there. That bugger was trying to make a break for it earlier.
Oh, okay. Will do. I didn't have the slightest idea what the gardener was warning me about. But like a snake coiling around its prey, it soon became apparent.
Oh God.
Help! Help!
What's all the fuss about?
This vine's got me. It won't let go.
Oh, she
Oh,
likes
you
you,
do.
she does.
Well, the sentiment isn't mutual.
I've never seen the plant so attached to someone before.
That's exactly the problem.
Its hold was getting tighter. I needed to get away before I was dragged into the flower beds.
Now, what have we got? Knife. Now, it's now somewhat appropriate that I was talking about the archers earlier. Yoshk! For God's
I
sake.
didn't need to do that. I wasn't planning on doing the pruning till tomorrow.
What was that?
Just a Devil's Rock creeper. Oh, they do seem to have gotten a lot more active since I was last tending the garden, though.
First, the animals on this island had tried to eat me. Now I was finding out the plants wanted a nibble too.
The talk of the archers earlier was now I realise is appropriate because basically this is the gardener who I have to say that the voice of the gardener is mostly based on Eddie Grundy from the Archers, who is going back. Now remember, there's a quiz, everyone. George Grundy's grandfather, but not the one who shopped him. He's Eddie is the father of Will and Ed, who are Will, who is George's father, and Ed, who is married to George's mother. So Eddie, Will and Ed, George. Yeah. Let's talk to Rupert.
Good evening.
Pleasure to meet you, young man. I'm Rupert Riddle. I'm the gardener for the Belmore estate. And whom do I have the pleasure of meeting?
Murphy McCallan, pleased to meet you.
Do excuse the state of the conservatory. After
Oh, there's a
30
rose in
years
there.
Without so much as a pruning or watering, it's taken on a mind of its own. Don't be telling the Horticultural Society or I'll be having my golden trowel taken off me.
You've won awards for your gardening?
Oh yes, this conservatory is rather famous. Welcome, Murphy.
It is.
A poison garden.
Poison?
Zigraves, you during your meeting you missed a 20-minute long rant about. Well, not really a rant. It was just a 20-minute long update about what's been going on in the Archers for the last year, and I didn't even cover half of the village. Why would they want a poison garden? Very good
Why
question.
would the Belmore brothers want a poison garden?
Academic interests, prestige, and morbid curiosity, I should think. Master Cecil liked to study them. Master Xavier used to collect them on his expeditions. And Master Yardley, well, he just liked the theatricality of it all.
Isn't it dangerous?
Well, it all depends on how you use it, doesn't it? A few berries of deadly nightshade
Alnwick
could
Poison
kill a
Garden.
person,
Alnwick?
or
Alnwick?
cure
Annick.
their
That's it, isn't it?
Hemlock kills
Bloody hell.
Socrates.
Read it, and
I
then
use it to
brain
treat
caught
my
up.
arthritis. These plants may be dangerous, but that's because they're powerful and mysterious.
From medicine to murder.
Exactly. The power to heal and the power to kill. That's what makes them so interesting.
Remind me never to get on the bad side of a florist.
I need a
I
bouquet.
need a bouquet. Can you help me?
I'm a gardener, not a flower arranger, Murphy.
Is there anything in here I can take without it killing me?
I'm afraid the only non-poisonous plants were those down in Abigail's flower bed. She had her own little area that I used to help her with. There's only that one flower that stayed alive in the whole conservatory. Funny that.
What's funny about it?
That's the same flower bed Abigail used for her bouquet the night.
Aha.
That'll be perfect.
What's the secret to growing your garden?
What's the secret to growing your garden?
Plants need the same things as you.
I wish you all the best on your desires to have
water, sunlight,
a poison
and someone
garden.
to chitter-chatter with.
Sir Graves.
You talk to your plants?
It's a good aspiration to
And
have.
sing.
What kinds of songs do poisonous plants like?
Vaudeville mainly. Tarara boom da always goes down a treat. Tarara boom da. I'm with plants all the day. To sing's the only way to grow my shrub display. Vegetation brings elation to me.
I'd forgotten I did that.
That's quite an accent you've got. Where are you from?
Jolly old England, just outside Bristol. God's own country. The green and pleasant land where my love of horticulture bloomed. I caught the gardening bug at an early age, you see. Histoplasmosis. I was in hospital for 8 months, all told. But trapped in those 4 white clean antiseptic walls, staring at a pot of plastic philodendrons. Why, it just grew my love of all things.
Yes, that was
botanical.
where it was recorded.
Why did you move to Devil's Rock?
I came over with the Belmores, didn't I? Got myself a little
Ah, the
cottage on
Belmores
the
are
edge of
Brits.
the estate near the
Did I know
mausoleum.
that?
Bugger if I can get to it now, though. Shame too.
Why's that? Do you miss
Chat and
home?
friend.
Oh, I think
Maybe
I left
that's
the
what's
gas
wrong.
on. Wouldn't want an accident now, would I? Could be the death.
Chat
of me.
hasn't deteriorated, I will say. So that's one thing we can say. What are you working on at the
What
moment?
are you working on at the moment?
I suppose I ought to be pushing up.
Friend, I need to prune, friend.
Death isn't going to stop these green fingers. So I'm
It's
getting
sprouting
right
at the
back into
sides.
it where I left off, tending to these plants. It's not quite the same.
You
as
didn't
it used to
recognise
be,
me,
I
Indy.
must admit.
Oh, that's
How
good
so?
to hear.
I suppose, being dead now,
That's,
they've lost some of their
Will
allure.
1, Rihanna
It used
0.
to be that one prick of the finger, one wipe of the nose, one accidental inhalation of a seed.
She's doing well, but
Things
she's a
just aren't
bonsai,
as
so I should look
exciting
after her.
anymore.
I should, do appropriate, bonsification. Ah, well. We'll have to see. Oh, please. Oh, please.
Will you be attending the wedding?
Me? Get an invitation? I'm not sure overalls would meet the dress code. But it's a good thing, too. I wouldn't trust that Rackham with a hosepipe on a hot day.
Why not?
Well, it's not like me to tell tales. But
Indeed.
it wasn't long
That's very
before
presumptuous
the
of you.
Belmore brothers started to disappear that Rackham was in here asking about the poison plants. Very suspicious timing, if you ask me.
You think he murdered them?
I couldn't possibly say.
Thanks for your time.
Before you go, you wouldn't do me a favour, would you?
What kind of favor?
Well, I was just wondering how that flesh and blood thing
Biting
is working
yes,
out for you.
does no.
Excuse me?
It's just, and I don't mean to impose.
I'm a mean green mother from outer space, and
Now,
I'm...
I have 187 different ways to die in this conservatory, but I was never able to test any of them out. Now
for
that
goodness
we've all
sake.
discovered death isn't quite so conclusive, I was wondering if you'd want to help out.
Help out how?
Well, we could test out
Ominous
some of the plants
music.
on you.
They'd kill me.
Fingers crossed.
The dainty old man's eyes glowed with unrestrained excitement at the mention of murder. His dottery demeanor offered a complete contrast to his apparently homicidal tendencies. He was
What?
like a tortoise holding a machine gun.
Now, don't make such a drama out of it. We could put it in a nice pie and maybe some herbal tea.
What's the common
I've got
link,
a recipe
chat?
For a lovely cobbler.
Definitely
What's the
not.
common link,
Let's
chap?
cross that possibility
Is it
out
me?
right now.
I was only asking. Maybe
No.
let me know if you change your mind.
No, it's the devs who are wrong. Ugh. Thank you, Aleli. Right, there's a statue.
I couldn't see anything I could do with the statue.
Hotspots. Hotspot pot. Fountain. It's Rupert.
The fountain had long run dry, and the cracked, dusty basin was empty.
Yes, true. It's all Midsummer. It's if in doubt, blame Midsummer Murders.
I couldn't see anything alive in the plant pot, despite the gardener's best efforts. Examining the overgrowth felt more like being in a zoo than an arboretum. I didn't want to get any closer.
Right, there's thorns in the way.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Why not?
You're still flesh and blood, aren't you?
That's right.
And to be ashamed of. You'll end up see-through blue like me if one of those thorns nicks you. And don't try cutting them. Even so much as a snap, and it releases a toxin so deadly you'll be on the ground within 3 minutes. Certainly keeps things exciting, doesn't it?
Okay, so we're going to
The
need
macabre
some
warning
way of
was
protecting
definitely
ourselves.
serving a purpose where it was. I decided to leave it there.
Thanks for joining, Nurururu. Have fun with your friend. I got a girl who's always late. Anytime she has a date, and I love her. And I love her. And I want her. I know, what is it? There we go. It's very, very similar to Is You Is or Is You Ain't My Baby. But all music is just... just... Murphy... Just want to imagine that as he was walking back in from the conservatory with all the poison plants, that something pricked him, and he is now tripping balls while the music plays, just standing in the middle of the room. I can't get that out of my head now. Sorry, I actually need to drink. Right. After that brief interview.
That is an insult to my honor. I didn't know you had any honor left to insult.
Boys, you don't want to be fighting over little old me.
Tallulah, this man is nothing but a scoundrel. Then you, brother, are a no-good fraud.
Here we meet numbers 3 and 4, and I believe this is Rhiannon in the middle. Let's talk to the Southern Belle from Hell.
Good evening, miss.
Oh, another fine young gentleman.
My name's Murphy McCallan. Pleased to meet you all.
Back off, Peanut. Yeah, keep walking.
The
We
evil
were
Twinks.
talking to the
I
lady
didn't
first.
say Twinks.
Now, boys, we must be welcome.
Yes,
to our
Rhiannon
new
has the
friend. My name
has that
is
down to a
Tallulah
T.
LaRue. I expect you've heard of
You can
me.
watch it
My
back
daddy
on
owns the
repeat.
LaRue
Nurururu.
Oil
Don't worry.
Exchange. We're the richest family this side of the Mississippi.
But don't be getting any ideas. Tallulah, don't you think this gentleman is a little beneath you?
It's lousy with
He looks
wills.
so poor, he probably
Well, if there
waves
was a will, that would be
popsicle around
then
and
presumably
causes
there would be
air
no story.
Let's not be rude to him just because he's less fortunate. You boys be welcoming and introduce yourselves.
If we must. I am Humphrey Tallulah. And I am Orville Tallulah of the Tallulah Textiles Company.
I think you made the pants I'm wearing. What's that in your hand, Miss LaRue?
This is my invitation
They
to
can't
the
all
wedding.
be
It allows me to
indecipherable.
bring one guest with me, but I seem to have made a teensy tiny mistake. I've invited both boys all the way out here to Devil's Rock, when I can only take one of them into the wedding? Now, both of these fine fellows are here and want to attend with me, and I just don't know who I should pick.
You mean you two don't have an invitation?
We may not know the Belmores, but we do know this southern magnolia before us. We were brought to Devil's Rock by passion.
I was brought to Devil's Rock by taxi. If you're not using the invitation, perhaps I could take it off your hands?
I don't think so, knucklehead. Miss LaRue is going to need that invitation for when I accompany her. Over my dead body? Have you seen yourself? You're already dead.
These two gentlemen seem pretty heated.
I just hope it doesn't come to blows. I'd be happy to marry either of
How
these
can she
gentlemen
say
one
one
day,
thing
if
and you
only
know
I
she
choose
means the
between
opposite?
them.
If you did end up marrying one of them, would that make your name Tallulah Tallulah?
That's right.
Fuchsia,
and my
my God.
middle name is Beulah. Rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it?
Beulah LaRue. Tallulah Beulah. Tallulah Beulah. Tallulah Beulah LaRue Talagula.
How are you going to decide who to take to the waltz, Miss LaRue?
I just don't know if I could decide. I think I'll have to leave it to the boys to decide for me.
Choose me.
Gesundheit.
I'm the one who inherited our family's good looks, I assure you. Good looks. Your reflection hides when you walk past a mirror. I have the southern elegance she desires. Elegance? You have all the elegance of a drunken pelican. I believe the lady
Excellent
would be better
insult.
suited for a man of mine.
They are twins.
Sophistication. Sophistication.
They are twins. They're not
you
twinks.
have all the sophistication
Although-
of a rodeo clown. It's my
Don't let me yuck your yum.
bravery that she needs. Bravery? You'd run away from
Miss
a June
LaRue.
bug. If you think yourself so brave, then we must put it to the test. Brother, I challenge you to a duel.
Miss LaBoo
Not if I challenge you first.
Gee, I wouldn't
Tallulah
want a
Blue-
duel
Tallulah
to
Beulah
take place
LaRue
because of
Talagula
little old
Laboo-boo.
me. But if that's how things have to be, let's get the guns on the table, boys.
McCallum,
I
you
think
shall
she might
the
be enjoying
adjudicator.
this.
I shall?
I'm glad you've agreed.
What exactly does that
woman.
entail?
In order for the duel to be fair, an independent third party must load the pistols and declare the victor.
But I've never loaded a pistol before.
Don't worry, McCallum. A donkey with a lobotomy could do it. You have at least half a chance.
One powder.
One at a time, I poured the powder into the muzzle of the pistols. I then dropped the shot into each muzzle. Finally, I patted the contents down with the ramrod.
No pussyfooting around here, boys.
Oh, I didn't think
wanna
about
see
that.
some action. If you miss, you're not the man for me.
Shishkiewicz. Grzegorz.
Fire! Well,
I think we'll have another opportunity to do that, possibly.
Me too.
In any other situation, this would have been a tragedy, but it quickly became clear that a duel to the death wouldn't be conclusive when the duelists were both already dead.
neither of you missed? Well, sorry, boys, but I think that's a draw. What a terrible waste of everybody's time.
I think they were thinking with their penises.
Good evening, Miss LaRue.
Why, hello again, Murphy.
Were you friends with Abigail Belmore?
Friends may be a bit of an exaggeration, but I'd seen her around at the debutante balls before she got engaged to that sailor.
Precisely,
I mean,
kiddo.
really, what was she thinking?
You don't think they should have gotten engaged?
What's the point? Mr.
gosh.
Rackham was an improvement. I do
If there's
love
low-hanging fruit.
powerful.
Okay, we don't
I'd
want to
best be running
rematch
along.
just
Ta-ta
yet.
for now.
I feel
Hello.
Beat it, bud.
Anything I twink. Okay, Humphrey
Hi
and
there.
Orville.
Keep walking. I don't have time to waste on you. Did I hear gunshots through there? It's like being back at Alameda during the war.
What happened there? A battle?
No, my second wedding. The father of the bride didn't appreciate me colluding with the maid of honor and got all the locals to run me out of town. Talk about a shotgun wedding.
He's yes, big fan of the grumpy colonel. I twink, therefore I am. Hydrate, everyone. Okay, so there's an invitation up there. Been in there. Is there another door around here? No, we can't do that. So let's go upstairs. We've not been here before. Ah, it's Rackham.
Gazing into the portrait's eyes sent a shudder through me, and I realized it must have been a portrait of Rackham. His eyes looked back, almost as if he were scowling right at me.
Is it locked? Oh. It's a ghost child.
The look on your face.
What are you doing? Oh, you could have scared me to death.
Imagine how cool that would be.
I don't think I'd be very happy about that.
A youth!
Baby. Who are you anyway?
My name's Murphy McCallan. I'm a guest.
Strange, is that at the sight of a child?
Pop.
The little boy puffed out his chest with a grin that would make the Cheshire Cat jealous. What were you doing in the trunk?
Playing hide and seek. That stuffy old vicar challenged me to a game and hasn't found me in more than 33 years.
Don't you know it's dangerous to shut yourself up in
I
places
want to
like
punch
that?
this child.
Could have gotten locked in.
Well, it's funny you say that, actually. I think the latch closed on me while I was inside. Still, what's the worst that could happen? I'm already
It's doing it.
dead.
He's got the pompous child down to a T. It's excellent. Died of hide and seek. You've been in that chest for 33 years.
Been in that chest for 33 years?
On and off. That's got to make me a hide and seek
There's a
champion.
joke about-
This house is
there's a joke
amazing
there.
for it. Before I climbed in the chest, I must have explored every room in the house. The ones that aren't locked, at least.
Being in the chest for 33 years.
I heard some of the other ghosts talking about a boy playing in the staircase room. That was you, wasn't it?
Sure was. How did you know?
In truth, the description of wayward whelp was the giveaway. But as long as Sebastian knew something I didn't, I needed to contain my annoyance. Let me guess. You know how to get through the staircase room?
Oh, sure. I know every route in this house.
Need to contain his
You've got
annoyance.
to be as good at hide and seek as I am. I bet I could beat you without even leaving this room.
Sebastian, I really need to get through the staircase room. Could you tell me how to do it?
Well, are you any good at hide and seek?
Excuse me?
Because I could tell you how to get through the staircase room. If you can beat me, hider or seeker, I'd beat you at either.
What are you looking so pleased about?
I'll have a new toy to play with later tonight. A brand new Guggen Hose Model 5 wind-up tin boat. I'm going to play with it
Tin
in the
boat?
bathtub down the hall.
That's funny. I know a little girl who accidentally got one of those for her birthday today.
Yeah, funny that.
The boy pulled an expression that made him look slicker than a politician in an oil spill. This is a long shot, but do you know Mallory Wisp?
Sure, I know Princess Stink.
She was getting a tin boat too.
I know. I swapped over the pages in the toy catalogue, so she ordered the wrong thing. She'll get fed up with it, and I'll get to play with it instead.
There we
That
go.
wasn't a nice thing to do.
Nice guys finish last. That's what my father says.
How are you and Mallory able to talk? You're a ghost and she's...
A flesh bag.
Right.
A blood pumper, an air guzzler, a bone puppet, a muscle wriggler.
It's generational.
Hey,
Lovely.
I get the idea. How come you can talk to her?
Children aren't so close-minded, I guess. Plus, she's the only person brave enough to come up to the house.
Are you here for the wedding?
Do you think I dress like this for fun? I look ridiculous.
I thought you might be the mayor of Munchkinland.
My mum made me dress like this. What's your excuse?
Ouch!
Do you know the man in the portrait behind you?
Red-pilled
I don't
ghost.
want to look at it. Gives me the creeps.
It's John Rackham, isn't it?
Mum says we're not allowed to say his name.
What do you know about Rackham?
I don't want to talk about it.
You know something, don't you?
I can't tell you. I'd get in trouble.
I won't say a word.
Cross your heart and hope to die?
That's ironic, given the circumstances, but sure.
We came to the house a few months before the wedding was supposed to happen. My dad's a lawyer for the Belmore Trading Company. A real important one. But oh boy, is that stuff boring. I was sneaking around, you know, just exploring the house. And I saw him, that man. He was talking to one of the Mr. Belmores. The one that wore the white coat.
Cecil Belmore, the scientist?
Yeah, he said he was going
The
to
son
the
of a lawyer.
laboratory, but where it was hidden was a secret. I thought I'd
Laboratory?
be
Oh,
fine.
is it in the crypt?
Did you have any luck?
Not really, because I wasn't the first. That man, he was following him too, in secret. I kind of got too scared to keep going once I saw him.
What scared you?
I saw something. I saw something the scary man was carrying.
What was he carrying?
A dagger.
So Cecil, we know that Cecil was being... Yeah.
You haven't seen the Belmore treasure while you've been exploring, have you?
There's a treasure here, like pirate treasure.
That's what the stories say.
And you believe them? I thought kids were supposed to be the gullible ones.
All right.
I don't think it exists.
Why not?
Because if it did, I would have found it by now.
Right. Let's try you hide, I'll seek.
I'll seek.
Great. Eyes closed and count 5 Mississippis. I won't even leave the room.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Ready or not, here I come. Are you behind the curtain?
Boo!
Ah,
Too easy. I just wish this was more of a challenge.
Hello, Sebastian.
what's the bet that if he...
Bet for a rematch?
You must be cheating.
How could I cheat?
That's fair.
I
You
don't
can't
know,
just...
you're a
If it's
ghost.
pointed,
Can't
you
you
get it. you know.
dematerialize or something?
This isn't a bedtime story, you know. I may be a ghost, but I still touch things just like you.
Okay.
You hide, I'll seek.
Great.
1 Missis, 2 Missis, 3, 4, 5 Mississippi. Ready or not, here I come.
I'm guessing he's not always going to be in the same place. 1 in 3?
Are you behind the curtain?
Have you seen the fucking... Oh, for fuck's sake. What's the bet that if I fucking...
Better luck next time.
And I bet...
Hello, Sebastian.
Bet for a rematch?
You hide.
Great.
1 Mississippi, 2
No, he's not, is he?
Mississippi, 3, 4 Missis, 5 Miss. Ready or not?
Little bastard will be behind the curtain, won't he?
Boo!
He's cheating. Okay, I feel like we can't win.
Again?
What if we hide?
Hello, Sebastian.
Bet for a
You seek.
You're on. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. 3
I didn't want to in.
Mississippi.
The door was locked.
4 Mississippi.
In the trunk.
5 Mississippi.
Hiding inside a locked chest might have been
Ready
fine
or
for a
not,
ghost,
here
but as
I
long as I
come.
cherish staying alive,
Oops.
Found you.
goody for.
You didn't even make it.
Have I closed the trunk?
Hello, Sebastian.
Bet for Rima?
We'll try this one more time.
You seek.
You're on.
I was far too big.
What?
2.
Gazing into the port.
3 Mississippi.
Can I get in the door?
The door was
4
locked.
Mississippi. 5.
The door was locked.
Oh, God.
Ready or not, here I come.
No.
Found
Okay.
you.
Goody for you.
We'll have to think of something
Make it
else. We'll have to
hard.
come back later.
Maybe I should hide next time.
The bride's corridor. It's called Delia. No, that's locked.
The door was. The door was locked.
Ooh. Maybe if I lock the Did I lock the thing? Or if I could
Trunk
lock it.
was empty.
I don't have a key, do I? Let's try it one more time.
Hello,
Yes,
Sebastian.
if we lock the,
Back for a read.
that's what we'll have to do.
You
Presumably.
seek.
You're on.
Oh, I didn't mean to do
1
that.
Mississippi.
Click the wrong one.
2 Mrs. Hey, you're meant to hide. That's still.
Hello, Sebastian.
Back.
You hide.
Great.
1 missed, 2, 3 missed, 4, 5 missed. Ready or not?
I think it will
Are
need to
you
lock
behind
the
the
chest.
curtain?
Yeah, we'll need to lock it.
2E.
We'll need to find a key. Her
Hey,
name is Cordelia
Cordelia.
Lockett.
Oh, hello again, Mr. McCallan. Have you made the love antidote yet?
I'm working on it, even though I'm still not sure it's a good idea. The skeleton hanging from the tree outside. That's the sailor, isn't it?
What's left of him? I do hope
Yeah,
it's
we'll have to find a
mess
key.
I don't have to tidy up.
Isn't the sailor's ghost trapped in the house too?
Oh no, he killed himself hours before the curse took hold. He will have long since passed over to the spirit realm. Lucky escape, some might say.
It was lucky to be so distraught he committed suicide?
It's better than being trapped in this house for eternity.
Where do these doors behind me go?
The middle door goes up to the cupola, but the key's been lost ever since Master Cecil died. There's not much up there from what I remember, just old sheets, linens and lace.
And the door on the right?
That's where the parlour witch lives.
The parlour witch?
Did you say a witch lives in the house?
Oh yes, didn't you know? Mr. Rackham isn't the only one said to delve into the supernatural. Perhaps poor little Abigail was just an innocent, caught in the middle of Mr. Rackham's and her brother's dark dealings.
Who is she? Is she still there now?
I should think so. The Belmores brought her to the house not long before they disappeared, though after moving into the house, she was never seen again. No one ever goes in, and no one ever comes out. I don't even think Mrs. Craddock can get in there.
Do you know what happened to the Belmore brothers?
That certainly is a mystery, isn't it? But I'm afraid I don't know. My duties were to help Miss Belmore, while Mrs. Craddock dealt with the masters.
Although what?
I did see Master Xavier
now
on
we
the
know.
day
The
he
third-
died.
What was Xavier doing on the day he died?
The third brother.
Preparing for an expedition. He'd been given a birthday present not long before, an old pirate map of Devil's Rock that he'd hung over the fireplace in his bedroom. And on the map, marked in red, an X marks the spot.
Okay.
Pirate treasure? On Devil's Rock?
I doubt the treasure even came into it. A cove on Devil's Rock, where no one has stepped foot in over 100 years. That'd be like a moth to a flame for Master Xavier. He left before dawn, and then never came back.
Who gave him the present?
I expect you can guess.
Well, that fucker Rackham.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. It gets pretty boring after 30 years trapped here. You're
She's having
more
much fun being a
exciting
little bit
to
creepy.
watch.
I'm gonna take this feather duster.
You can't have that. I might be needing it later.
Oh.
I couldn't ring the bells from the hallway.
Ah, there we go.
Coming. Miss Belmore, did you...
And steal the feather duster.
With the maid distracted,
Anything on the trolley?
I didn't need to move the cart.
Anything from the trolley? Right, I don't know what we're going to do with that feather duster, but... Do we need to get anyone to sneeze? Oh, can we...
I didn't need to dust that.
No, we can't look for ghost prints.
That didn't work.
No, we can't put a chamber pot on top of the chest. Bop the child with it. Ah, single brain cell. I'd like it back now, please. What have we got? We've got the chamber pot and the feather duster. We can't cut the things. Oh, and that's Rhiannon. Oh, hang on. There are 3 keys in that fireplace. So we're going to need some keys for that.
That wasn't going to work.
We'll have to try. Any hotspots we haven't looked at? That's the brothers in there.
It was a family portrait of all 4 Belmore siblings. The 3 brothers stood around their seated.
We haven't looked at this statue.
The 2 sea deities stared at me with disapproving eyes. I didn't know what I could have done to disappoint a statue.
They've been watching you, Murphy.
It was a painting of the gazebo I recognized from the cliff top.
And there's another one of Abigail.
It was a painting of Abigail Belmore, hauntingly beautiful.
Oh, how? There's where the brothers were shooting is a library, isn't it? Is there? Is there a Bible anywhere?
I wondered if the shelves held any books on battling ghostly curses, but that seemed a little too niche.
Did we go out that way or that way? Is that into the eternal corridor? Oh no, we haven't been in here.
Walking into the cellar, I was hit by the pungent smell of rotting wood and mildew. 3 decades without upkeep hadn't been kind to this section of the house, and it was now knee-deep
There's something to do with
in
those
floodwater.
things. Well, okay, we know that that's the cellar, but so the hotspots card catalog. That's with the guns.
I didn't need to search for a book right now. I already felt like I was in one. I wondered if the shelves held any book.
No. Can I take her parasol?
Miss LaRue, would you mind if I borrowed your parasol?
Don't be silly, Murphy. It's a beautiful evening outside. You have no use for it, but I'm sure I can be of help to you if the weather turns sour.
Was she flirting? Well,
it was
she's
a
not flirting, she's sitting
seductive
down.
carving of a lamia. Half woman, half snake, holding a shield. It was a devilish carving of a satyr, half man, half goat, holding a shield.
Right, there's something targety.
Would you like a rematch of the pistol?
What a boy!
Yes, what happens if I fuck it up?
One at a time, I poured...
No, Mick.
That would have been better. That would have been better. That would have been better.
No, McCallan, you...
Okay. No, it doesn't look like we can.
Then drop the shot into each muzzle.
Not that, McCallan. You need to finish with the ramrod.
Bye, Lily. Thank you for the reminders to hydrate. I have a small amount of water left. Remember to hydrate on Thursday. Okay, so we need a ramrod.
Finally,
Remember, boys, if you miss, you're not the man for me. Fire! Well?
We're gonna have to something.
I've been hit. Me too.
Oh, neither of you missed? Well, sorry, boys, but
We
I
need
think
one
that's a draw.
Hmm.
What a terrible waste of everybody's time.
the small mahogany table held an assortment of paraphernalia. The twins scowled at each other. At any moment, it felt like one of them could snap.
Okay, are there any more hotspots in this room that I haven't looked at? I don't think so. Do I have an item I could use on one of the pistols? No.
Inspired by the pistol duel, a plan began to form in my head. With 2 wooden carvings on either side of the room, I could bore a rough hole in each of them. My, look at the carving.
I'm a
All
genius.
wooden and carved and wooden.
Oh, wooden and carved and wooden.
Yes, these certainly are some of the most carved pieces of wood I've ever had the
Inconspicuous.
privilege of seeing. When I was finished, they looked passably like bullet holes. Would you like a...
What, boys?
One at a... I needed to think of something else. I then dropped the shot into each muzzle.
Wooden
Finally,
holes.
I patted the contents down with the ramrod.
Remember, boys, if you miss, you're not the man for me.
Excellent.
Fire!
Now, kiddo, you have no one to blame for yourself but that.
I've been hit. Me too.
Oh,
Exactly.
neither of you missed? Well, sorry, boys, but I think that's a draw. What a terrible waste of everybody's time.
I may have forged some bullet holes, but when the shot ended up inside the duelists' chests, they didn't have much reason to go looking for them.
So that didn't work. Damn it.
Good evening.
Why, hello.
I best be
Ta-ta for now.
So, but that's what we need to do. So the bullet holes are fine, but we need to... I think we need to sabotage the guns in some way. I need to wet the powder. Literally. Lightning rods.
Shockingly, I didn't want to risk electrocution by cutting the wire. The wire had corroded into the fuse box. I couldn't budge it with my hands. I couldn't do anything with it.
Just smash it with
That
a poker.
didn't work.
Candles.
I took the handful of candles from on top of the fuse box.
Augur all the things. Can we get some water?
The water was murky and stagnant.
Okay. But I think we might... Barrel
I
lift.
needed to use the switch to operate the barrel lift.
Does it work?
I flipped the switch, but nothing happened. It seemed
A wine rack.
the wine racks were largely bare. What few bottles remained were cracked and empty.
I'm guessing I...
Knowing
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
Knowing the type of animals that lived in the murky water on this island, there was no way I was stepping into the floodwater.
Oh, that gets me back to the fireplace.
That wasn't going...
Magnets or electricity. No swamp dog.
That didn't work.
No, my vain attempts. Maybe later. But if we get some water, I think we can fuck up their pistols. Can I do anything here?
The empty glass was best left where it was. I had nothing else to say to the Colonel. Good evening, Father Foskett.
Hello again, my child.
Where does that staircase room go?
That room is a
What did you
place
miss?
of sin.
Oh, maybe
What
from the
happened?
garden. Yes, from the
When
fountain.
Miss Benmore
Yes.
spurned her original fiancé, that is the route he took to the
What did you miss,
garden
Hayne?
balcony where
You
he
missed some...
hanged himself.
You missed the twins.
Terrible.
A terrible
And possibly
sin.
the gardener.
Belmore Manor has evil magic coursing through it. I lay at least partial blame on that deplorable act. That room is filled with nothing but impassable evil. It is as though the house itself refuses passage to the bewitched balcony.
Do you know how?
Certainly not. The only
yeah, the
person
child.
I've seen messing about in... I know that the Lord sends things to challenge us, but even the devil himself would take up early retirement if made to babysit that little monster.
Okay, yes, no, it's
Goodness
all...
knows where he's gone now, though.
It's all the child.
I suppose we should all thank God for the respite.
I found Sebastian upstairs in a trunk.
Oh, Lord, protect us. The latch must have popped back open.
Oh, do we need the key? Oh, I thought he was going to give us the key.
I best be heading off.
He
God
locked
be
locked
with
him in there. Okay.
I thought I'd keep that to myself. I didn't have time for housework.
I'm out of fluids, Hayne. We'll have to take a break in a minute. Do you have anything we could actually burn? This will fill the room with smoke, presumably.
I dropped the candles into the empty pot hanging in the fireplace. They soon began to melt and bubble. Double, toil and trouble.
Goodness gracious! That isn't more satanic sorcery, is it?
I'm sorry, I was just quoting Macbeth.
Well, don't.
The pot contained melted wax.
What can I do with melted wax? Seal the lid on something. Well, let's go the water. Now, what is this machine? It looks like some sort of recording device.
I didn't want to break it.
Oh, it's a wax
I wondered
cylinder!
if the pianist knew more about it.
But it needs wax.
Good evening, Ezra.
Hello, Murphy.
Years of watching shit on YouTube.
What's the machine next to your piano?
That's my ticket out of hustling. A phonograph recorder. I'm going to compose and record a hit song. Something that'll sweep the nation.
Ezra is an excellent name.
Those guys on Tin Pan Alley. I can record and release a song all across the country, and people will be able to hear me live in their living room.
But you're not live. Or living.
That'll be how I market myself. Anthems by apparitions. Hymns by haunts. The magazines won't give you the time of day if you don't have some way of standing out. If I'm dead, it's better to be composing than decomposing.
They're
How does the machine
decomposing
work?
You just put
composers.
in a blank record
There's
and
less
press
of them
record.
every
There's an old
year.
one still in there if you want it.
You can say
It's
what
too
you
warm
like
for me to
to
use anymore.
Beethoven,
The records have a thin
but there's
layer
not
of
much
black
of
wax
him
on the
left
outside,
to hear.
and the machine records the sound as grooves in the wax. Keep an ear out for me in a year's time.
When you say Southern Belle from Hell, do you mean Tallulah?
That's her, the Black Widow of the Bayou.
What's wrong with her?
Well, she has a reputation, doesn't she?
A reputation for what?
Murder.
Ooh! I love excellent use of music.
Tallulah is a murderess?
Now, don't be getting me caught up in a slander suit, but behind those demure, blush cheeks is the mind of an absolute psychopath. She's been engaged 3
Jeez, we
times.
all hear that.
Each of her fiancés died in ridiculous circumstances.
Oh, thank you for
Did she
airing your
murder them
bits.
for money?
Hayne.
That can't even be the motive. You'd think she'd go ahead and marry them, so all their worldly goods become each other's, right? But her family's already got more money than honeybees got butter.
Yes, that's much more
She finishes
entertaining.
them off before they've even booked a venue. I think she just does it for the thrill.
I should really tell her about wing walking. I should get going.
See you around, Murphy.
Right, we have a vessel to transport the wax.
I took the record from the recording machine. With its outer coating worn away with age, it was...
Okay, right, but before we get there, yeah. Is the fountain working, though?
That didn't work. Nope. I didn't think he'd be in...
No. But can we get his watering can?
Good evening.
Hayne, you may not have met Rupert.
Is there a way to get rid of the thorns?
Oh, certainly. A good drenching with alcohol should kill him off.
Booze. Right.
Who's the statue of?
Oh, him. He's from an old Indian fable the Belmores used to have read to them as children. It was a gift Cecil Belmore gave his brothers a couple of years before he disappeared. Quite the conversation piece.
Oh, good God.
What was the statue's story about?
A young Maharaja prince who sold his kingdom for a single coin, all so he could use it to save the love of his life.
Saying Maharaja was not what I expected from this
That sort
game.
of thing.
But I'm very glad.
Well, no time
An
to
old
stop and smell the
Marazai
roses.
priest.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Murphy.
Maratzai. It's a me, Maratzai. That one's for Reb Ford. They need to find some booze. Anything else in here we haven't? Anything in the briefcase?
The pianist wouldn't have been happy with me rifling through his belongings.
Put the cylinder in the pot.
Carefully, I dipped the record into the molten candle wax. Once pulled
excellent
out, the
news,
thin
Scribbler.
layer of wax
I'm very glad to
rapidly
hear it.
cooled, leaving me
Who
with
do
a
they...
blank,
What
reset record.
does your son like to play as? And if it's not Bowser or Wario, how are you going to dispose of him? Ah, that's fair.
I placed the freshly reset record back on the recording machine. Excuse me, Ezra, could you play the wedding march?
A request? Sure thing, Murphy.
Wah! Start them young. Dry Bones, also a good shout.
Thank you very much. I clicked off the machine and picked up the newly recorded record.
Newly recorded record. Excellent. Okay, so now we need a player.
The pianist...
Can we talk to Ezra again? Is there anything to say?
I thought I'd leave it.
That's fair. Okay. We'll need something to play the record. Oh, there's a shield up there.
The shield was out of reach, but I didn't plan on jousting with any knights that day anyway.
Okay, we need some booze from the cellar. That's the library. We need a bibble. And we need some way of locking... Oh, fuck. No hotspots in the room. I need some water, I think. We're just on a circuit. Is there... No, that's just where we are there. Oh, thank you, Ain, for once again showering us with your rainbow bits. We need the invitation. We need... The child is in there.
Hey, Cordelia.
Oh, hello again, Mr. McCallan.
Yes, I did think about taking notes.
Do you know why I can't leave Belmore Manor?
We ghosts
think they
have
are.
been trapped here ever since the explosion. But I don't know why someone still living would be unable to leave.
I was able to get out the last time I was here. Even if it was via the balcony and into the pond. I don't want to try that again.
Something must be keeping you here now. Better hope it's not Mr. Rackham.
She's giving creepy South Park character vibes. That's what I'm getting. And it's perfect. Is he dead all along?
How did Abigail and the sailor meet?
Thank you,
It was
kiddo.
aboard one of the Belmore ships. Miss Belmore was never one to be caged up inside the house, always wanting to go away on her brother's voyages. But they were a good deal older than her, and very protective after they all lost their parents. So she made a plan to stow away.
Did she manage to do it?
No, she was caught mere hours before the ships left port from Dead Nettle, covered over in spare sail.
Who discovered her?
That young sailor.
Ah.
I don't think she was best pleased that he had to tell her brothers, and he did, but she didn't hold it against him. Instead, he told her of the voyages on each return to Dead Nettle, and as the months progressed, she took more and more of a liking to him.
Ah,
I
slowly
suppose
sailor
fate
pilling
will
her.
always bring two soulmates together, even when they least expect it.
And that's how they fell in love.
The young sailor promised that one day they would explore the world together. But until that day arrived, he would carry her in his heart on every voyage he undertook. He carved a wooden compass, split it into 2 pieces, and they each carried one, promising that despite their time apart, the necklace would be reunited once they were back together. How romantic.
How did the Belmore's parents die?
A shipwreck off the southeastern coast. 28 perished, with just
Abigail.
one survivor.
Who was the survivor?
Why, it was
Oh, Mr. Rackham.
Rackham.
Fuck.
Did you say there were rumors that John Rackham used black magic?
Oh, yes.
How will they make...
All of the staff talked
How will they
about
make neat
it,
circles?
even if we daren't mention it to the family. Crates and boxes delivered in the night, hidden from prying eyes, but not hidden well enough. We see what happens in this house. We hear the whispers in the night. We know.
Do you think the Belmore treasure is here in the house?
If it is, I've never seen it, but it is a big house. There are rooms I've never been in, rooms I was forbidden to enter. Who knows what's in them?
And I've just noticed that the why is the chat not as wide as it? Who's been at the controls? And why is my head gone numb? Uno momento, por favor. Like this, like that. Like that, the moon, as round as a balloon. There we go. That's more like it. I do have a magnet in my inventory. Why? A compass.
Thank you for your help.
Is that what you're
Bye,
thinking?
Mr. McAllen.
Work on the bullets. Oh, maybe?
I considered picking up a sheet and draping it over me, but there were enough ghosts in the house already.
Anything else that is in here?
I looked behind the curtains, but there was nothing there.
Okay, we'll try that in a second. I'm just going to look at if there's anything in here that's... Well, we can put that on the phonograph.
I placed the record into the
That is
phonograph.
true.
Still, without a horn, it wasn't going to play.
So we need Meriwether Bloom's horn. Let's head out on the balcony. Oh, hello. What the is that a cannon?
Whoa! As I rounded the corner of the balcony, I saw that the walkway had dropped away, the mortar crumbling after decades of neglect. The ground was a long way down. From down on the balcony, the drain pipe was unreachable. I couldn't reach the toolbox from the balcony. From down on the balcony, the cable was out of reach.
That's
I
a
couldn't
lightning
reach the
rod.
lightning rod while down on the balcony.
But I can't jump down. Well, yes. Okay, so that's we know something. I
thought that Abigail would prefer them to stay where they were. Excuse me, Miss Belmore? It was no use. She was in such a deep trance I doubted if she knew I was standing only feet away from her.
Okay, I think bullets and magnets is our next best bet.
The door was locked.
Can I pry it open with a thing?
That wasn't going to work.
No, I'm constantly trying to poke everything. Which way are we going? Yes. There's nothing else in here, is there? No. Surely I will need a bigger magnet, though. Do I have a pin? Okay, I'm listening, kiddo. Got the duster?
I decided I needed to head out onto the bride's balcony and find a way onto the roof.
Okay. I'm going to try that.
Would you like a remake?
What, boy?
One at a time.
It's small enough, hopefully.
I then dropped the shot. Stealthily, I took the button
kiddo.
magnet from my pocket.
That's
and
the
fixed it
answer.
To the end of the ramrod.
I don't know what it's going to do for
With
us.
a small size, it could barely be spotted. Finally, I patted the contents down with the ramrod. When the ramrod emerged, the magnet I'd attached brought the shot with it.
Kiddo, you're a
With
genius.
the prestidigitation of a magician, I dropped it discreetly back into the shot tub. To anyone else, the pistols appeared to be properly loaded.
Remember, boys, if you miss, you're not the man for me. Fire!
I'm not hit. Well, neither am I.
You both missed. Are you sure the pistol's fired?
Look, there's a bullet hole in the carving. And in the carving over there.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that mean? Who lost?
Looks like you both did.
Then who's going to accompany Miss LaRue?
I think the lady's words were, if you miss,
You're not the man for me.
But we both missed.
He's right. If you're both losers, I can't take either of you to the wedding. I'm not dating a man that can't shoot straight.
Tallulah, we can talk about this. Give us another chance.
I'm sorry. My mind is made up. Here, Murphy. You can have this. I won't be needing it anymore.
All Hallows Eve. Well. Okay, so we... Now I can relive my school days. But we did say that there was something about the bride's nightie. No, not that one. We're going up and down like the bride's nightie. Can we climb on the railing? Up onto the roof?
I assessed whether the railing would be safe to climb. With the slippery ironwork and crumbling masonry, the answer was obviously no. But I didn't have the luxury of safety. Here goes nothing.
Oh, Lord. He climbing.
Hauling myself onto the roof from the ornamental railings, I realized there was no easy path to get higher. The roof tiles ranged from loose and dangerous to soggy and dangerous. Either way, I wasn't going to be able to climb them. As I approached a lightning rod, I started to feel the hair on the back of my neck standing
Oh,
up.
shit.
That was a close one. Fortunately, the lightning bolt had hit the lightning rod instead of me, breaking it from its socket and sending the rod tumbling to the ground below. It looked like someone had already intended to start fixing the roof. I looked
I get up
inside
to
the
that
toolbox
ladder.
and took the only thing it held, a rusty old
pair of pliers.
I definitely didn't have the natural balance needed to walk across the cable unaided. From down on the balcony, the drain pipe was unreachable. There was nothing I could do with the empty socket.
But
With a spark of inspiration that worried even me, I decided
Yeah, I
to
think
test
cable's
whether
going
I
to-
could
pliers going to
improvise
cable
a
in the fuse box.
replacement for the lightning rod, breaking all manner of building codes in the process.
Now we've lost our trusty rod. There we go. So that's going to help our barrel flim-flam. But we can't get across that way.
There was no way to reach the weather vane, but despite that, I noticed something curious. No matter which way the wind blew, the weather vane stayed fixed in position.
Because there's something magnetic, maybe. Okay, let's go down to the cellar. There's been a lot of rod, I will admit. Oh, we're out of Talagulas. Tallulah Beulah LaRue. What have you got to say for yourself now?
Good evening, Miss LaRue.
Why, hello again, Murphy.
Where did the Talagula twins head off to?
Who cares? What a pair of duds they turned out to be. Say, Murphy, you wouldn't happen to be romantically unattached, would you?
Tallulah looked at me like she was homing in on her next prey. She was a killer combination of brains, beauty, and a psychopathic lack of empathy. You know, I'm really not looking for anything like that right now.
Pity.
I heard you've been engaged before, Tallulah?
Only a few times. What can I
Hey,
say?
well done, Hayne.
I'm just unlucky when it comes to love.
Who was your first fiancé?
Buford T. Vanderbilt, the Silver Fingers of the Silver Lakes. Played the banjo every day except Tuesday, and would serenade me as I stood on the plantation balcony, until he was found with banjo wire around his neck, garroted by his own instrument. Do you know when banjo songs sound their best?
I don't think I do.
When they're over.
Who was your second fiance?
Who was your second fiancé?
Chuck Charleston III, famed alligator wrestler. That is, until he overdosed on cough medicine an hour before his wrestling show and fell asleep on the riverbank. Ended up as 16 separate pieces inside the gator's
Yeesh.
belly. That alligator never developed a cough, though.
Who was your third fiancé?
Thaddeus Winthrop Jr., the maestro of Mardi Gras, held the biggest fireworks display this side of Montgomery. But who knows what his suit was washed in, because one stray spark and the man was up in flames like a creme brulee. Talk about going out with a bang. Now I've just got to keep an eye out for who'll be the next object of my affections.
Oh dear.
I best be running along.
Ta-ta for now.
Right. So we need to do something with the pliers.
I pulled at the wire with the pliers and managed to dislodge it from the fuse box. With a surge of electricity from the lightning strike, the barrel lift came to life, disappearing into the water, then rising up to the hatch above. So this was how they loaded barrels in and out of the cellar. I needed to use the switch to operate the barrel lift. I flipped the switch and the barrel lift ground to a halt.
Where will it stop? Nobody knows.
I needed...
Oh, fuck. I keep pressing that. I can't get to that wine rack.
The wine racks were largely bare. What few bottles remained... That was going to be the perfect container to scoop the water out, but I would have been here for days. I needed a way to automate.
There we go. Chamber
With
pot.
extraordinary fortune, the porcelain chamber pot fitted neatly into the decorative ironwork of the barrel lift.
And then... Scoopy, scoopy.
I flipped the switch and the barrel lift started up again. Held by the barrel lift, the chamber pot plunged beneath the surface, scooping up the murky floodwater, then carrying it to the ground level hatch above. With time, the jury-rig machine began bailing the cellar like a sailor trying to save a sinking dinghy.
Wet, wet, wet. Ooh, a hand truck.
There was nothing large that I needed to move. All of the smaller barrels I could see were rotted and empty.
Anything in this wine rack?
The wine racks were large.
Okay, so we need to... From the big barrel.
With the bottle positioned beneath it, I turned the spigot. The grotesque face began spewing out rum like it was 2 a.m. on Bourbon Street.
Bailing out the cellar like a sailor trying to save a dinghy... fuck. Bailing out the cellar like a sailor trying to save a sinking dinghy.
Rotted and empty.
Yeah, it's got a rhythm to it, doesn't it? So let's retrieve our chamber pot.
Now that I had my contraption working, I thought I'd leave the barrel.
Okay. We can't retrieve our chamber pot. Excuse me, just replying to a message I received from on high. Hey. Yes, alcohol on the thorns. I think we're going to need to distract him in some way. Well, let's try it, first of all.
Can I top you off, Colonel?
Oh, excellent. What do you have there?
Belmore rum, aged 33 years.
Wonderful. Fill her up. I much prefer rum to that hoity-toity champagne they serve. Rum is a man's drink. I'll save this for the toast later.
Do you think that's a good idea, Colonel?
I certainly do. You know, Foskett, I've had about enough of your sanctimonious prattling. I try to sit here and enjoy myself, and all I hear is the droning of a long-winded clergyman.
I'm not droning. You just don't like to face the truth. My sanctimonious prattling, as you so ungratefully call it, is all that stands between your unrighteous life and a subsequent consignment to the fiery gates.
Must be.
Dated memes.
It's a revelation, an epiphany.
They'll get there in the
All
end.
these years I've been thinking I've been in limbo, wondering why I haven't moved on to the pearly gates or the raging fires, and now I've realized.
What have you realized?
Yes, I turn
in
in.
hell right now, and listening to you is my torture. Well, that's it. I can't bear any more. There. Now I can't hear a word you say.
Infantile.
Well, I should certainly hope she does.
Oh dear. Such silliness. Right. Can we talk to him?
Good evening, Colonel.
What? Not until next Thursday, I think.
Good evening, Colonel.
What? The Battle of Bourbon Bay. What a glorious day that was.
Just random replies. Okay, then we still got some booze, and we gave him a whole bottle. Wednesday.
There was nothing large.
Not yet, anyway. Fill up the booze.
I refilled the bottle, but as the rum neared its neck, the flow turned to dribbles. That.
Okay, so not much more, but we only need some to kill the plants and get the flower. Did we look? I don't think we didn't look at the big barrel. So we will do that.
It was a Brobdingnagian barrel that put all the other barrels to shame.
You bastards.
I didn't need any more rum. It was a Brobdingnagian barrel that put all the other barrels to shame. Brobdingnagian barrel that put all the other barrels to shame.
Brobdingnagian. Brobdingnagian. Nagnian. Brobdingnagian. Is that it?
It was a Brobdingnagian barrel that put all the other barrels to shame.
Brobdingnagian. No. That's a grave. So you should know by now. I'm so uncultured. Brobdig. Fuck you. Okay, right. Let's get the rose. No, Jahaz, you can't tempt me.
I emptied the rum onto the thorns and waited.
Everyone,
Delicately, I cut the stem and picked up the last rose in the house. I had nothing else to say to the guard.
Better behave, you two. Alright, put that there.
With a bit of improvisation, I have fixed the ear trumpet to the phonograph in place of the broken horn. Now I just needed the remaining wedding items before I started it up. I placed the rose in the vase. There were 3 items left.
Cake, veil, ring. This really is a horror game for them, yeah. Friend will be... no, chat will be replaced with chit. Then that'll make absolutely no sense.
Now wasn't the time for a nap.
Now, we might need to manufacture some sort of thing. But we must go and face my childhood trauma.
You know, it's funny, I completely forgot I had the invitation on me the whole time. It's these vest pockets. They're much bigger than they look.
Yes, that's what my guess
I wouldn't
is.
believe the number of things I've been carrying around with me tonight.
The big cake.
You have an invitation?
The safe word is Brobdinglangian.
It'd be rude not to show my face.
Are you absolutely sure about that? I'm sure our guests...
Presumably
will
the
try
opposite
without
of the
beholding
Lilliputians
sight
is
of
my
your
guess.
Singular visage. You see,
Having
as the
no
house
only
keeper,
context but
it is
knowing
my
that it
job
is
to
Swift.
ensure that only guests of the highest class are in attendance.
How kind of you to think so highly of me.
Look, just don't try burping the alphabet or announcing when you're going to the lavatory.
Of course.
Please keep clear of the dance floor.
Yes, Mom.
Walking around the upstairs mezzanine, I found myself in a small balcony overlooking the dance floor, where a tabletop of placards had been set out. At the side, a board marked dance steps looked like it would hold the placards in a chosen order, directing the dance below. All I had to do was set it up, then ring the bell.
I believe it was Joyette. Promenade, Carousel.
That wouldn't work. The dance...
Okay, I'll have to... I think they went... backwards, forwards. Hang on, let's just see how this goes. Hey. So we're at Promenade, Carousel, Progrès. No, if it was... But they match up, don't they? So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I knew I should have written this down. Let's see. Do this. Listen, I vaguely remember how they moved. Okay, that's right. Other way around, I think.
The dancers moved around the dance floor like clockwork soldiers. And with their movements, the cart holding the wedding cake could be pushed around too.
Aha. Okay, so they joyette, but then they vienne. So they will go there, push it to the left, and then they should carousel. No, then they should promenade.
There wasn't much I could do with the tape.
Then they should promenade, because we want to push. We want to go forwards one. Oh no, they shouldn't. They should go back. Once we pushed it that way, we want them to step forwards one, forwards twice.
There was a.
What happens with this? Hang on. Is that right? No, not quite. That was all right, the first bit. I'm going to do that again so I can try and track this. Correct. Forwards. Forwards, right? No, they want to go back. What happens if they joyette instead of the progrès? Progrès. Vienne. Carousel is on the spot. So joyette, Vienne. Then okay. They spin round. I'm having a small brain fart here. Joyette, Vienne. Then we sort of need these guys. Or we need them to move back up, round, and push it twice. What does the carousel actually do? Is it turning them round so that they go the opposite way to how they were going before? In theory. Vienne. Carousel. You can't go that way. Vienne is definitely going to be the end. Right. The Joyette moves them that way. So then they are all on those. They are on 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's think about this logically. Let's not just try and brute force this nonsense. And then they... Vienne. Oh, Viennaise. Okay. So they come towards us. On that one. The carousals, I'm unsure about for now. Then we need them to get back out the way. So by promenading, they come forwards. I think I need them to progress. Do I want the progress then? No, because they progress when they're there. They need to promenade first, then progress.
There was...
What's that? I feel like we've done this before. Oh. That was nearly right.
There was already...
What happens if those do the other way around? No. Cha-cha real smooth. Correct. Correct. Carousel. No. Incorrect. Incorrect! Does Carousel just repeat the one that they've just done? Maybe. Oh, goodness. That's the door. Let's take a break there, and I will be back shortly. Yeah. Oh god, what the fuck is going on there? It's still Wednesday. I'm back. Okay. With a fresh mind and a non-alcoholic lager, pale ale. Let's remind ourselves where we were. Please, cook, Scrib. Oh.
There was all.
Yen. Promenade, walk forwards. Progrès. Carousel, do the same again. No. Yes, 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 yes!
Heading down from the mezzanine, I saw what I was after. The cake cart had been pushed off the dance floor and into reach.
Let them eat cake.
I couldn't cut a slice out of the wedding cake with my bare hands. If Mrs. Craddock saw me cutting the cake, I was pretty sure I'd end up being the next thing the knife was used on. Good evening, Mrs. Craddock.
Oh, are you still here?
You need to stop the wedding.
I shall do no such thing. The preparations have begun on the order of Mr. Rackham himself, and I shall see to it personally that his wishes are carried out.
But he wasn't the original groom. He's an imposter.
Another word like that, and I shall have you escorted out of the house.
Good luck trying. I seem to be rather supernaturally stuck here.
Mr. Rackham is a fine man. Motivated, determined, ambitious, rich, and roguishly delectable. Precisely
Well.
the type of person a well-to-do debutante like Miss Belmore should be marrying.
Not if she doesn't love him.
Love is not important amongst families of blue blood. What matters is lineage, inheritance, and continuity. That last-minute change of heart she had last time was the best decision she ever made. She'll be far better off with Mr. Rackham than she would be with a sailor.
She sputtered the word with such disgust I half expected her to scrub herself clean afterwards.
I mean, really, what was he going to do for her? Fetch her a fish supper, clear the decks, and sing the sailor's hornpipe? Do you get a funny feeling when your wealth keeps on depleting? You should never marry sailors when your funds run low.
Well.
There are some who think Rackham has duplicitous intentions.
The green-eyed
Yes.
monster. Mr. Rackham is exactly what is needed to get this household back on the straight and narrow.
What do you mean?
I don't like to speak ill of the dead.
Especially now that you're one of them?
Indeed. But I'm afraid that the Belmore brothers were becoming increasingly unusual before their disappearances. Their interests veered away from the economic and turned towards the esoteric. And now look where we are.
You think the Belmore brothers caused you all to be trapped in the house?
Perhaps not directly, but their decisions certainly led to it. To find
You
out
happy?
the Belmore
You happy,
brothers
Yoshka?
were inviting sinners into this house when I gave this household the best years of my life.
and the best years of your afterlife
From now on,
I
we've
am a
learned.
servant to serving, but even I have limits.
When you talk about sinners in the house, do you mean the parlor witch?
Don't even mention her. Why the Belmores thought to bring her into this house is beyond me. Oh, thank goodness we have Father Foskett trapped with us to keep this house holy.
Where is the parlor witch?
Now don't go seeking her out. You'll only regret it. We barely ever see her, but she's up there in one of the locked rooms, tainting the entire household. I found some of her black candles one day, you know. Who knows what she did with them? Voodoo spells and magic rituals. I confiscated them and put them on
nice,
top of the fuse
Scribbler.
box in the cellar. At least if there's a power surge, they can do some good for a change.
Give me some time to blow the man.
I've heard Rackham deals in the occult as well.
What poppycock! Mr. Rackham is a good, honest, hard-working man. The cure for the ailments of this house. The witch is why we are cursed to remain here. And it is why a good, honest marriage between Mr. Rackham and Miss Belmore will finally
Poppycock.
allow us to move on. Just as I wish to do with this entire subject of conversation.
How long have you worked at Belmore Manor?
I've been here since the final finial finished off the cupola. Before even the Belmores themselves moved in, I was getting this house ready for them. It is a position I was bred for. I may not have blue blood, but I should think it's at least a shade of plum. I spent 17
At
years
least a
at
shade
some
of
of
plum.
the most prestigious all-girls schools, you see. Followed by training in Blenheim Palace for 3 years, and subsequent coveted positions with some of the finest families in England.
Well, I'm glad you
She
managed to
raised
escape
Boris
all that
Johnson.
and come here.
I can quote you Mrs. Beaton's book of household management in my
Excellent.
sleep.
It was an interesting offer, but I couldn't think of any situation
Don't
where
worry,
I'd
Dave
need
Memes,
that,
it happens.
short of terminal insomnia.
Warframe will suck you off.
You must know Belmore Manor quite well.
Like the back of my hand. Built between 1885 and 1888 in a mixture of antebellum and Victorian styles, and designed by the Belmore brothers themselves. Until, of course, they disappeared after living here only a year.
Why did they decide to build it on Devil's Rock?
Well, the island is exceptionally well placed for trade between the United States
Sorry,
and
yeah,
the
suck you in.
Caribbean. When the Belmore brothers were looking to relocate, it was Mr. Rackham who recommended Devil's Rock. It's just a pity about the name.
You speak very highly of Mr. Rackham.
The Belmore brothers may have had expertise in exploration.
She either loves him or is
innovation, and
related to
public
him.
Relations, but it was Mr. Rackham that pulled those 3 threads together into the beautiful business tapestry that benefits us.
It was blowing the man that got me there.
Do you know anything about the treasure of Belmore Manor?
The stuff of whimsy. The Belmore family had their capital invested in stocks and bonds, not hoarded in a heap like some fairy tale dragon. And don't even think about snooping around the house looking for anything, or I shall have you removed from the premises. If anyone would know of a secret treasure hidden in this house, it would be me.
Thank you for your help.
Goodbye.
What do you think of this feather duster?
Are you volunteering to help clean the house?
Oh, I'm a bit busy.
Of course you are.
Need some whimsy.
Nope.
We need something to do with this screwjack.
I didn't need. I wondered if there was something useful in the library.
Okay. Are we going to hide ourselves under the parasol?
Miss LaRue, would you mind if I borrowed your parasol?
Don't be silly.
Didn't you see the lightning?
A parasol's to protect you from the sun, silly. Carry this out in a lightning storm and you might... Actually, go right ahead and take it. You have fun.
The glint in her eye sent a shiver through me.
You would say that, Scribbler. Where's he keeping it?
That wasn't going to work. I didn't need to show. Nope. I didn't need to involve myself in supernatural small. I couldn't. That didn't work.
No.
I didn't want to make a hole in that.
How do we get rid of her?
I didn't have time for housework. That wasn't going to work.
Nope.
It was a manuscript that looked hundreds of.
No.
I needed a way to balance my way across the roof cable.
Ah! We've got an umbrella.
As a child, I'd once watched a traveling circus act calling himself the Great Balancerio amble his way across a high wire with
There we
only
go.
a parasol to keep him steady. With absolutely zero practice and infinitely more chance of death, it was now my turn to try it.
Have
well,
the confidence of
here
an
goes.
infinitely mediocre white man.
Whoa. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Ah, my nemesis. The great Balancerio. Oh no, we lost the umbrella.
That was a close one. While I may have lost the parasol, I did have one thing on Balancerio. I accomplished my stunt without having to wear a leotard.
More shame.
The drain pipe had twisted and now pointed straight up to the sky, empty of everything but moss. I couldn't do that. As I placed my hands on the trunk, I saw something out of the corner of my eye.
Ooh, oh, it's not a cannon.
Spiders. Dozens of them.
Ah, now we've got to dust them
I may have
away.
been battling supernatural forces of evil, but the forces of evil didn't have 8 legs, fangs, and the ability to jump on me. I needed to clear the spider webs away if I was going to get into that trunk. Using the feather duster, I began sweeping away the spiders and their webs from a relatively safe distance.
I will be back very shortly. My neighbors. Right.
Now that it was free of spiders, I opened the trunk. Searching through the trunk, I found blankets, bedding, tablecloths, and tucked up in the corner, a delicate lace veil.
Oh, look
The
at this
face
bust.
reminded me of a man I used to buy milk from. From the neck up, he looked like an Italian nobleman. From the neck down, he'd wear denim dungarees and nothing else. It probably wasn't the same guy. The globe looked more decorative than functional, like a chihuahua with a bow tie.
That's the kind of reference we want. Can we look at the spider webs? Is it useful to us?
I wouldn't say I have many phobias, but spiders are definitely one of them. And after hearing about the size of the spiders living in the bayou, I wasn't about to start touching the spider webs with my bare hands.
Zoom call outfit, yeah.
Looking through the telescope, all I could see was a blur. I soon realized why. A telescope without a lens wasn't going to be much use.
Okay, so there's a lens to be found. And that door's locked, isn't it?
The door was locked.
Hey, Lily. We're still here.
I placed the veil on the dresser. There were 2 items left.
Cheers, Lily. Oh no. I've just noticed there's a watermark on my ceiling. That's not good. E. I've definitely hydrated since then, Hein. I'll have to look into that. Oh, that's very boring. Right. There's been water damage there before, but I thought we'd solved that problem. Again, I'll have to look into it. DIY episode 2. Not right now. I know. Well, I've just got I've unexpectedly free evening, so right. So can we bore a hole in the box? 1, cut a hole in the box.
I didn't want to make a hole in that. That didn't work. I needed to think of something else.
Twine.
I couldn't do that. That wasn't going to work.
No.
If I was going to find the ghost boy, I needed to cheat.
Yes.
If I was going to find the ghost boy, I needed to cheat.
I know that. No, okay. So we know it's going to be getting the ring from the thing.
I didn't need to blow on that.
No, I'm going to get a hint for the ring. We knew that. Get him to leave a trail. So not block the thing. Go have a nap. Then fire the missiles.
I thought I'd keep...
A trail of what? Father Foskett might have some answers for me.
Good evening, Father Foskett.
Hello again, my child.
I've heard there's a witch in the house.
I'm afraid you've heard correctly. A terrible lapse in judgment on the part of the Belmore brothers, I'm afraid. And now look at what's happened.
Who is she?
I don't rightly
Some
know.
maybe some
but she
cinders
must have
from the
something to do with this evil state
from
we
the
find
old
ourselves
from
in.
the bride's room.
I best be headed.
God be with you.
If I was going to find the ghost boy...
Yeah.
There was nothing left in the ash pan.
No.
I thought it best to leave Cordelia to her work. I didn't need to move the cart.
No. Do we need to get... is there something we're missing?
A marble fireplace. Without a flue, the fireplace seemed entirely decorative. I thought I'd leave Ezra to his playing. The pianist wouldn't have been happy. It was a small leather pouch with a drawstring used for magic spells. Currently, it was empty.
He does jazz. It's jazz on every other one.
I had nothing else. I
Some
couldn't
mud?
see anything a lot. The fountain had long run dry, and the cracked, dusty basin was empty. Nope. That wasn't going to work.
I would say no, generally not. I find the lines. I'm generally weirdly. I'm often so in the moment playing or in doing a character that tie twine to him. Okay, I probably would never have tried that. But how am I going to just tie twine to him? I just tie twine to him?
That could work, but I needed to make sure the boy couldn't see me do it.
Ah. So we need to play it once?
Hello, Sebastian.
Bet for a rematch?
You seek, I'll hide.
You're on. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi.
This child has...
4 Mississippi.
Yes, exactly.
5 Mississippi.
So I was on this play game and then remember
Yes,
what's
you're
happened
not. Here
when
I
I'm doing
come.
it. But
Found you.
Goody.
You didn't even.
Hello, Sebastian.
Back from
You hide, I'll seek.
Grit.
1, 2, 3, Mississippi. 4, Mississippi. 5, Mississippi. Ready or not?
There we go.
I
Cheating.
wonder who's
Always
behind
works.
this curtain.
What? How'd you find me?
Maybe you're not the best at this after all.
You cheated. You tied that string to me.
Don't be a sore loser. You never specified in the rules that it wasn't allowed. Now,
It's true.
about that route through the staircase room.
Grown-ups are tricky. Here, this'll tell you how to do it. Cheetah, cheetah, pumpkin eater.
I almost felt bad. Almost. Because when I looked at the document, I was sure I'd been swindled. What I'd been given wasn't a blueprint of the house, but a wedding schedule scribbled on in colored crayon. It was a wedding schedule for this evening, but the printed times had been replaced with new times drawn in colorful crayon.
He's skedaddling. Okay, it's to do with the colours of the stairs. So if we want... So let's start at number 1. If we do 7, three. Yeah. Nine. The music is swelling. 4. And 8. Oh, too late. Wait, patience.
I was back where I started. Something was telling me I was still on the right track. I passed through each door just as the times on the schedule had told me. But maybe there was more to being spun around than I realized.
Ah. Is it to do with where you are? Oh, hang on.
There was no way across
Oh,
the
fuck,
void
wrong
to
one.
reach it.
Seven, 9. Oh god. That's still the same orientation, yeah. 4. 1.
My head still spinning, I passed through the final door of the staircase.
Yes!
With the realization that I'd followed
That's
the final steps.
that's a great
dead
puzzle. An excellent puzzle. Hopefully that was clear. What was going on there? Yeah? That the orientation,
never been
it
in
didn't have
love,
any numbers on it
yet
because the
seeing
orientation
drastic
was to do with how
measures
you
the
were.
sailor had resorted to, I felt his pain all too viscerally. The happiest day of his life became the day his true love rejected him. It must have broken him. The sailor's skeleton still clasped his wedding ring for Abigail. With some unease, I took the ring, promising the skeleton I'd return it to the woman who loved him.
Put the ring on the table at least.
I placed the ring on the dresser. There was just one item left. It was an untouched...
Now we just need to get rid of the matron here.
It was time to cut myself a slice of cake, as long as Mrs. Craddock didn't see me doing it. Good evening, Mrs.
Oh, are you still here?
Thank you for your help.
Goodbye.
Good evening, Colonel.
What? Why, thank you. I didn't think anyone would notice.
I had nothing else.
Okay. Not that. Ezra, we don't need to talk to. Let's see whether What's-Her-Face has anything to say.
I didn't dare talk to her anymore. I didn't need to search for a book right now. The dancers were too far.
Anything else I can...
Now that the wedding cake...
Okay, don't need to do that. What do I need to do?
I couldn't cut a slice.
I need to cut a slice with the
Mrs.
thing.
Craddock saw me cutting the... I didn't need to show her that.
Why don't we jack her off?
Screwjack?
I certainly did not.
Ah. Yes. Oh, I don't need to go there. I want to go where I can see her.
If Mrs. Craddock... While Mrs. Craddock rubbed her temples, I had a moment of opportunity. I knew I wasn't supposed to cut the cake if I wasn't the groom, but these were unusual circumstances.
Did you just touch the wedding cake?
Certainly not. I was just admiring it.
I should hope so. If I catch you with so much as a crumb on your fingers, you will be in serious trouble.
placed the wedding cake on the dresser. The 5 wedding I...
Begin the begween.
Abigail, if you can hear me, try to come back to your final happy moment. I began to feel a change in the room. The air not quite so still, the shadows not quite so dark, and the bride not quite so distant. I just hoped I'd made
Pocket
a
cake
wise
box.
decision.
You cannot be allowed to do this. I will stop you. At any cost, I will stop you. I'm free. You came back.
Please don't try to kill me a 3rd time.
Don't worry, Murphy McAllen. I'm not here to do that.
I think I might have caused all of this, but I can explain everything.
I'm afraid to say I think you might be right, but at least there's a chance we can do something to fix it. If only... Oh no. He's coming.
Uh-oh.
Rackham, you need to hide. If we're going to fix this, he can't know where you are. Quickly, out on the balcony.
Abigail, where is he?
Where is who?
Don't play dumb with me, little girl. I know about your little game on the riverboat. I know that you've brought that mortal into the house.
Oh, she was the
Where is he?
lower.
You know, I haven't seen him.
I know you're lying to me, Abigail, but it makes no matter. There's nothing any mortal can do to stop my plans. The wedding will take place tonight, and this time, you're going to say I do.
I'll never marry you, Rackham.
I'm afraid you won't have a choice.
I've broken free of your spell before. I can do it again.
I'm not so sure that's true. The love spell will take hold again, and every minute you spend broken out of it drains you more and more from ever breaking out of it again. Soon the spell will take hold of you forever, and then you will marry me. The Belmore treasure will be mine.
No.
You had your chance, Abigail. You chose that nightmare, and after tonight, you'll never be able to leave it again.
Oh no. He's got friends on the other side.
What a creep.
Abigail, is it safe?
Of course not, but we don't have the luxury of waiting. Come with me, Murphy. I have a plan, and there are some things you really need to know.
Hey! The skeleton keys.
Grand Hall. Why are we back
Thank
here?
you once again for your bits.
I
Hein.
suppose you have some questions for me, Murphy McAllen?
Just a few. This trip to Devil's Rock isn't going anything like I planned. So, Abigail. May I call you Abigail? Why did you try to kill me? Come to think of it, why did you try to kill me twice? Were you under Rackham's evil spell when you threw me from the balcony and dragged me into the spirit pool?
No, that was me. It took a lot of energy to escape the spell. Those were the only times I've ever managed to do it. But it needed to be done.
So you tried to kill me on purpose?
I wasn't trying to kill you, Murphy. When you came into the house, I knew what you were trying to do. Summoning the ghosts. And in doing that, you'd free Rackham. I was trying to stop you, to save everybody.
I was the threat?
And pulling you into the spirit pool? Once you'd done that damned foolish deed, I knew we needed you in the house to fix it. So I brought you here. I was never trying to kill you.
Oh, I see. I guess we had a slight misunderstanding. What were those faces I saw through the broken glass?
Those are the faces I've seen every minute of every hour of every day for the last 33 years. Those
Blimey.
are his punishment. I don't know how he does it, but it's like he can control your dreams and your nightmares. He can manifest images in your mind that don't exist, no matter how much you want to stop them.
Nightmares? So he's the one that the locals have seen wandering the house.
He was the only one who could, but until now, he could never leave the house, only manifest projections of himself beyond the estate.
Like appearing to Dr. Moray as Aloha?
That's right.
No,
Rackham was
he was
never
the
a
Loa, so-
Loa, but he knew Moray would fall for it. Hook, line, and sinker. And now look what it's led to.
What she did was drag us into the situation.
You're free now. You can stop Rackham.
No, Murphy, Rackham's magic is strong. You may have broken the spell for now, but what he said was true. I don't know how long I can hold out before the curse takes hold of me again, but it will happen. I can already hear them laughing.
What are we going to do?
I have a plan, but I need you to carry it out for me. You need to finish what you started, Murphy. You need to find the treasure of Belmore Manor. Rackham's looking for it too. You'll need to get there first.
What's so important about the treasure?
What do you think the treasure is, Murphy?
$13 million? Unaccounted for and unclaimed?
No, Murphy. The treasure is much more insidious than that. $13 million is just what my brother spent trying to contain it. Listen carefully. I need you to know something. Do you want to know what the treasure of Belmore Manor really is?
Yes.
My brothers meant the world to me, and I missed them dearly every time they sailed away into the Caribbean. On one fateful voyage, they'd anchored in a lagoon to replenish supplies. There was a man there, so thin and weak he looked like a skeleton. He beckoned them along the beach, led them into a cave, and showed them an unfathomable pile of gold, coins, goblets, jewelry, the riches of 1,000 looted ships, topped by a wooden coffin. That coffin held a treasure more
it's
valuable than
vampires.
the rest put together. The skeletal man saw a shell from the beach in the hand of my eldest brother and offered to make a trade, for he knew that the item within the coffin could not be given away. It could only be bought or traded or inherited.
And it's the Gree-Gree.
The deal done, my brothers loaded up their ship and set sail for the nearest port. But when the dockhands opened the coffin, they fled and refused to return. Inside was a black stone that seemed to glow green from within. The locals knew a legend of a terrifying pirate captain who wielded such a black stone, able to make any who resisted his demands collapse dead before him. But that
You put
had been
vampires in
2
another coffin.
centuries ago. Surely the pirate captain should have been long dead. My brothers put so much into researching the stone, scouring the Caribbean, conducting scientific experiments, meeting experts of the occult.
Actors.
And it all led to one terrible discovery. The coffin stone was a cursed artifact, able to destroy a person's spirit and steal the remaining years of their life for the stone's possessor. That pirate captain, who had ransacked ships by stealing the life of anyone who dared to oppose him, was now cursed to live out every year he stole, withering and weakening without dying. My brothers sealed the stone in a vault beneath Belmore Manor. 3 keys were required to open it. My brothers each took one, vowing never to allow the stone to work its evil power. But one person disagreed. He had seen the stone and knew what it could do. The ship's first officer,
Fucking Rackham.
Rackham. And now, he'll stop at nothing to get it, murdering my brothers, enslaving me, and killing you.
This isn't quite the treasure I expected to find.
Murphy, the treasure isn't $13 million. All that money went into researching the stone and then sealing it away where no one would find it. This fireplace is the entrance to the vault where it's hidden. You see the keyholes concealed in the mantle? We'll need my brother's keys to open it.
And I guess finding the keys is where I come in?
Have a nice supper. I think we're going to call it a day after we've spoken to Abigail.
What if we just leave it sealed up? Hide the keys so Rackham can never find it?
He will find it. I don't know how long it will take, but eventually he'll find it. And I won't be able to resist the curse for that long. I need you to find those keys tonight, before the wedding.
How do I even start looking for your brothers?
You need to speak to Madame Planchette. She helped my brothers years ago, and now she might be able to help us too.
Who's
It is
Madame
indeed.
Planchette?
An old friend of the family my brothers brought to our house to help them. Some people call her the Parlor Witch.
Ah. Oh, the door opens.
What will Rackham do if he gets control of the coffin stone?
Rackham fears the judgment of death more than anything. The stone will allow him to return to flesh and blood and remain here in the mortal realm for as long as he keeps taking people's lives.
He'll keep murdering people?
Exactly. And it's easy to know his first targets. Once he has the stone, there's an entire household of lives right here,
Oh,
ready for him to
shit.
steal, including yours and mine.
He can steal life from ghosts?
The explosion may have interrupted things, but the
Yosh.
spirits here still hold the years of life they're owed. They may never be able to use them,
You're
but
clinging
Rackham
on.
will.
This house really needs its wiring looked into.
Oh no,
What's wrong?
the spell. It's coming over me again. Listen, as much as it frightens me to say it, I think Rackham might be right. Everything I do is making it harder for me to resist the spell. I don't know if I'll be able to break out of it again. I need you to do this for me, Murphy.
I will, just tell me what to do.
Madame Planchette will be the first step of 3 journeys you'll need to undertake. One for each of my brothers, each finished only by reclaiming their key and placing
Nice.
it in this fireplace.
I won't stop until I've done it, Abigail. I will beat Rackham to the treasure.
For all our sakes, I hope you're right.
I was on my own again, baffled by the situation I'd gotten myself into. The $13 million, the whole reason I traveled to the island and then quit my job, was gone. I had every desire to wait until sunrise and get that taxi back off the island just like I'd planned. Free of magic, free of ghosts, and free of the very real possibility that I'd be joining them. But heck, plans change. And now there was someone I needed to see.
Mm-hmm.
May I help you?
Excuse my intrusion. Abigail Bell, she said you may be able to help me find her brothers.
Murphy McCallan, come in, come in. Sit yourself down and let me introduce myself. I am Madame Planchette,
Excuse.
psychic medium, soothsayer of the supernatural, forecaster of fortunes. And you're the one who caused all these troubles. Am I right?
I will say, as soon as I get control.
Kinda got away from me.
And now, we need to get them under control. Now, how precisely can I help you?
Right. I'm hoping that if I... Yes, rather. Great. Okay. I think that is an appropriate time to call it a day. Right. Thank you, everyone. This has been a, impromptu. I was just fascinated by the foolish mortals. So who knows? Maybe, who knows when we'll get a chance to continue with this, but I definitely want to. When are they? I think they're not streaming until a bit later, but hang on. Let me double check. No. No, they're not streaming until a bit later, I think. But we'll figure out some stuff. So thanks again, and oh god, we're so nearly. Oh no. 62,000 points for the shitpost stream. Have a great one, and until next time. Drinky poo poo. Bye bye.